Tigers and East Carolina home tonight, and they get a shot at a top 20 opponent. Desmond Ridder and number 17 Cincinnati trying to keep climbing. Good nights in the American. College football on CBS Sports Network presented by Geico, and in the American, Cincinnati is number 17 and East Carolina is at home. And right now, Cincinnati has a clear path from the East to the American Championship game. Hi, everybody. I'm Rich Waltz, along with Aaron Murray. Amanda Balionis will join us shortly. You're number 17 in the country. You are Cincinnati. You have a shot at a really special season. Well, you turn on the film, Rich, and they do all the little things right. They run the ball effectively. They block well up front. They don't turn it over. And then this is a fun defense watch. We are in for a treat tonight watching this defense. They're going to be all over the place making plays and having a great time doing it. All right, here are the Bearcats by the numbers, if you will. They're one of two in the American without a loss. They're right now at 17th. They've ended UCF's win streak. That's important. And Aaron, that turnover differential, a great defense. Well, it starts up front. They mix it up so much. A 3-3-5, a 4-3, a 3-4. There's so many things an offense has to prepare for. It gives them trouble and allows these guys on the back end to play really, really fast, to get those interceptions, to get those strip sack fumbles for their defense, to give their offense a short field. All right, let's take a look and see what these teams do well. Our Napa know-how for all. We know Cincinnati, they want to run the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to be a physical team, but comes off that, the play action pass. They're going to utilize all of their tight ends, get them in the flat, use the receivers to block. And then for ECU, they must be better on the defensive side of the football, especially the D-line. They can't get blocked one-on-one. They got to get off them and get some sacks. So the question for Mike Houston, who won a national championship at James Madison, can they pull off the upset? And with more on that, a pleasure to welcome in Amanda Balionis. Hi, Amanda.
Hey, Rich, after that loss last week to University of South Florida, the word that kept coming up for Coach Houston was hesitation. He told us on both sides of the ball, players hesitating is part of what killed them. So they worked a lot on that in practice this week. And the message was clear. He told them, you have to take your shot. That motto was repeated throughout practice. And he said, guys, you have to believe in yourself. If you move confidently on the field and without hesitation, that is when good things happen.
All right, thank you. Now, you know what? Luke Fickell's program is exactly what Mike Houston wants to have happen here. He took over, and his first year was 4-8. They've won 17 of their last 20 since, and right now they are number 17 in the country. And the weather here in Greenville is absolutely gorgeous. This is a beautiful stadium. The folks here in Greenville have been great hosts the last two nights, but we're ready to go. Cincinnati trying to get to 7-1 and keep climbing in the AP poll, keep climbing in the American. And away we go. Tyler Snead took a kick back 100 yards the last time he touched it against USF, but this time he gets out to just the 18. Chick-fil-A starting lineups. Holden Ahlers. Aaron Murray, what do you see on film?
I see a former baseball player, Rich. That's what I see. The arm angles, as soon as I turn the film on, his ability to be in different slots, to get around defenders, defensive linemen, linebackers, to find that open hole down the field. I'm impressed. I really am. I know the interceptions are a little bit high right now, but overall, he's a talented quarterback.
Ahlers is a lefty, hands off to Demetrius Mooney, and Mooney gets out to the 25-yard line. East Carolina's offense, they are really young. I mean, look at the freshmen in the skill positions.
Yeah, but this is so good for them. All these freshmen, sophomore, getting the film on the tape right now to go there and learn, to get better. I tell you what, this team is getting a little bit better each and every week heading into the end of the season.
Ahlers on 2nd and 5. He's a good running quarterback as well. Swings this one out, and that's Hatfield. And Josiah Hatfield, the freshman, another freshman, has got a first down. Brian Wright with the stop. Cincinnati's defense lines up all over the place.
They are, I said it at the beginning, they're going to be all over the place when it comes to the defensive front. Keep an eye on them. They'll be 3 down, they'll be 4 down. Big responsibility for this offensive line to identify the mic and figure out what's going on.
movement, and you could see the wide receiver, C.J. Johnson, true freshman.
False start. Number 5, offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
We welcome Edwin Lee, our referee, to the show. Mike Houston said, look, we're experiencing growing pains right now. We have moments, we have spurts. They had a nice spurt at the start of that USF game. They had the touchdown return on the kickoff, had a nice drive, and then a fumble, and it all fell apart after the fumble. Mooney holds on there. Jarrell White makes the stop for Cincinnati.
No, it's up to him. I think that you talk about this offense having a fast start last week and then a couple turnovers inside the red zone. It starts with your quarterback being in command of understanding where the defenders are, what your progression is. This is a new offense for this guy heading into this season. He's going to continue to learn and get better.
Snead in motion. Second down 12. Ayler's in trouble. And he sends that one into the Cincinnati bench.
Defensively, you're going to see Cincinnati all night, man-to-man coverage. They feel like their safeties and linebackers and cornerbacks on the outside can match up really, really well with all the receivers for ECU. You look downfield, there's nothing there, but that's a good sign for a young quarterback, seeing that, getting out of the pocket, escaping a sack, and then throwing the ball away.
East Carolina not very good, as you can see, on third down this year. And this is a long third down and 12. Blitz comes. Throw is delivered. That's Pro, and he can't escape. Good play out on the edge by Cam Jeffries, who prevented a first down. East Carolina has to punt.
Good job by Cincinnati saying, listen, you got a bunch of yards to gain to get the first down. Keep everything in front of you. But going to the offensive line that last play, Cincinnati decided to bring a little bit of pressure. Great sign for this offensive line being able to pick it up and give their quarterback enough time to throw the ball.
John Young to punt. And that's a good one. Ryan Montgomery for Cincinnati. Ball lands out of bounds. And number 17, Cincinnati gets the football. And you'll meet Desmond Ridder when we return. Football. Summon the cow. Chick-fil-A. Starting lineups. Desmond Ridder played an awful lot last year, Aaron Murray.
Well, and he's going to be doing a little bit of everything tonight, throwing the football, but you go back to USF and the ability of their quarterback to run against this ECU defense. I think it got him a little bit excited watching the film, like, hey, stretch the hamstrings out. Let's go make some plays with my legs tonight.
Ridder will throw it on first down, and he'll throw it deep, and it is batted in the air and picked off. Intercepted. That is Daniel Charles.
And he had him. It's one-on-one the outside. Alec Pierce, your big 6'3", 212, gets on top. Great job getting on top of the DB right there. Just ball is underthrown. Allows the ball to get popped up in the air. In the interception, that's a great way to get this thing going for ECU defense. Great concentration. Hey, look at that. Looks like he secured the catch on the interception.
That was Jaquan McMillan that popped it in the air on the coverage. And here's another look.
See if he controls it. Ball seems to be controlled now. Yeah, I think that's a catch.
All right, Holton Ayler's right back to work just outside their own 30. Mooney trying to get outside. And he steps out of bounds about the 32-yard line. Darren Beavers made the stop for Cincinnati, and Ritter's on the phone right now.
And we started the show off talking about what does Cincinnati do well. They run the ball effectively, and they don't turn it over. They do a great job protecting it and understanding our defense is going to keep us in games. Just don't give opportunities for the other team to gain some momentum.
Ideally, East Carolina wants their offense to run the spread and have a physical running game. And this is Ayler's. Now, he can run it, but they do not want to expose him and get him injured. And when you've got a patchwork offensive line and young skill guys, that can happen.
But you also want him to be an athlete. You want him to feel a part of the game. Some guys, when they start running, you get hit, you feel pretty good. And honestly, you protect yourself better in the open space. Like a run like that, you saw him lower the right shoulder to protect himself compared to sitting in the pocket for 60 times and getting blindsided.
Cincinnati brings 5. A lot of contact there. And no flag. That was right in front of the ECU bench. Kobe Bryant on C.J. Johnson.
Well, if you watch any film on ECU, you know at any third and medium or throughout the football game, they love to run slants. Backside to C.J. Johnson. Good job, Kobe Bryant did his homework. He understood that tight inside leverage right there in the man coverage to get the fourth down.
Marcus Freeman's defense looking good early on here for Cincinnati. Flags down, and they will bring this one back.
False start, number 15, offense. 5-yard penalty, fourth down.
Well, remember, as Amanda Balionis reported, Mike Houston has been preaching all week, take your shot.
The mustache right there, it's November, correct? My man's ready to go with the mustache. I like it, the punter. It's Movember. Rich, why didn't we grow our mustaches out?
I tried. Ooh, partially blocked. And it lands right around midfield. And for some reason, East Carolina falls on it. It was still rolling towards Cincinnati territory. But the special teams for both of these teams are pretty darn good. And mustache or not, this is a block kick. Bearcats get it when we return.
Welcome back into Greenville, North Carolina. We are scoreless right now as Cincinnati takes on ECU. And you talk about Desmond Ridder to the Cincinnati coaching staff. The first thing they say is he is a perfectionist. He has that type A personality, and we're trying to get him to loosen up a little bit. So when he does make mistakes, he doesn't hang on to them for the rest of the game. We talked to Ridder about it too. He said, yeah, you're right. I do. I take everything really personally. I want to be perfect, but we'll see if he'll be able to shake this one off and listen to his coaches a little bit.
You know what, Amanda? The quarterback next to me is like that as well. Aaron Murray.
I just can't forget things. I just hold on to them like a little grudge. No, you have to. As a quarterback, you always say it, short-term memory. You're going to make mistakes. Move on. Let's go. You get the ball at the 50-yard line.
Now, remember, Ridder is still young. He's just a sophomore. This is Warren. Great to see him back, and great to see him in the open if you're Cincinnati. Inside the 30, inside the 25. And a nice run there. 28 yards.
And the cutback block, kind of faking it. We showed in the highlight from the tight end sneaking out to the flat. Defense was prepared for it. You see the hesitation by both the linebacker and defensive end to create that hole right there. Great job. Right side of the offensive line, crashing everything down. Warren had a red zone.
Warren had a leg injury against Tulsa. And of course, a bye week certainly helped. Cincinnati's offense. Now, this is a team that runs it well. They're very balanced, 384 yards a game.
Medeiros, number 17, be ready for him throughout this ball game. If ECU wants to stay in their base defense, they will take shots on that inside seam route.
This is where the offense has had issues. Once they get inside the red zone, they're at 68% in converting points, not touchdowns, but points. And that's very low nationally. He'll pull it. Ridder still has it to the 10, and he's down to the 6. Bob Trott, the defensive coordinator, really going to have to work to stop this offense.
Well, and the offensive line, or the defense line, excuse me, needs to do better. Last week for USF, got run right through up and down the field. 347 yards given up.
Tonight's Red Zone brought to you by Verizon. You can see their touchdown percentage is at 58%. Their points percentage at 68%. First and goal. Ridder again. He's close. Stopped at the 2. Xavier Smith, the sophomore middle linebacker.
You just got to love a quarterback that can run the football. You clear it out with the running back. One less defender in the box. And then he's big, physical, and just like Ayers on the other side, I believe when he gets going, Ridder, and running the football, he feels a little bit more in tune with the football game.
Second and goal. Warren in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And Rich, that was all Michael Warren right there. That's leg strength. Downhill. It's a stalemate at the line of scrimmage. It is. And ECU may have actually won that, recreating the line of scrimmage. Michael Warren feeling pretty good. Had some rest during the week. It's a great way to get going for him. Big run to get him down there close to the red zone and then punch it in for the touchdown.
This is Sam Crosa. The extra point, number 17 Cincinnati on the road tonight at ECU. And a good-looking touchdown drive for the Bearcats. Michael Warren is back and in 7-0.
It starts with the play we showed in the intro. The tight end going to the flat really confuses and puts a lot of responsibility on the defensive end. Chance Purvis here, he's done his homework too and understand that he doesn't want to get beat by the tight end crossing his face. That delays the defensive end, it delays the linebacker. Big run right there to set them up for a powerful run by Michael Warren to punch it in there for the touchdown.
3 carries, 33 yards on that drive for Warren. And Cincinnati on the board first here in Greenville. Let's see if Snead gets another shot. Fair catch called for. And it comes out to the 25. Start your football Sunday with the CBS Sports Network Tops team. They'll give you unmatched analysis for 8 weeks slate of NFL action. It's that other pregame show tomorrow morning, 8 Eastern, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Luke Fickell and the Bearcats have won 17 of their last 20 football games, and that was after going 4-8 in his first year. This is year 3. Fickell, the former Ohio State star and a longtime Ohio State assistant and defensive coordinator, done a wonderful job here. Ayers going deep. Johnson. Johnson's in the clear. Race for the end zone. Touchdown ECU. 75 yards. Take your shot indeed.
Oh, they took their shot. That was like Santa Claus with a little present down the chimney right there. What an absolute dime. And I asked this coaching staff yesterday, are you going to take some shots? These DBs for Cincinnati struggle with go balls on the outside. They struggle locating and they struggle with deep speed down the field. They're like, yeah, we're going to take some shots. We have to. Why not? Great job by C.J. Johnson right there. The concentration, DB in his face, hauling it in and finishing off with a touchdown.
Jake Verdi, extra point. Blink and you missed it. 75 yards and it's tied at 7.
And now, one really famous guy.
And ECU, Elijah Ponder, the junior defensive lineman, is down for Cincinnati. Let's revisit that long touchdown from Holton Ahlers.
Well, you know you're going to get man-to-man coverage on the outside. You must win at the line of scrimmage. That's the key right there. C.J. Johnson, great job. And then stacking the DB, that's a beautiful thing. But the throw at the end of the day, Holton Ahlers, an absolute dime. Beautiful throw. Keep his receiver in stride. But look at this concentration right there, just out of the DB's reach to haul it in.
Translate stacking the defender.
So as a receiver, when you beat him off the line of scrimmage, your goal is to get on top of the DB. That way he can't, it slows him down. He can't try to catch up. He has to dive like he did right there to knock the ball down.
I'll have to remember that one.
Stack him, man. You beat him at the line of scrimmage, you got to stack him right afterwards.
That's pumped a little life into the crowd here at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Let's go down to the sidelines. Amanda Balionis. Amanda?
After that Cincinnati touchdown, defensive coordinator Bob Trott told his guys, listen, you have got to take responsibility. Just because they're playing faster does not mean that we lose our fundamentals. He said the game still stays the same. Our plan still stays the same. Even though it's too fast, that doesn't matter. You have to adjust. Just do your job.
All right, thank you, Amanda. Bob Trott's the defensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator is Donnie Kirkpatrick. Mike Houston is the head coach, and they were all at James Madison for 3 magical years. They had a national championship there. This is their first year here with East Carolina. Desmond Ridder goes to work, fires it down the sideline, got a man there, caught by DeGuara. DeGuara, the tight end, racing, and he lands at the 1-yard line. He is a terrific tight end, and that's a big play.
Right here, just a corner route. Defense loses him. We call this Tampa Bay. You got a little stop route, flat route. All you're doing is reading the flat defender. They jump on the two shorter routes. You hit the tight end over top. And that's some speed right there from the big man. He kind of looked like a receiver up here in the booth. Run down there to get the ball inside the 5-yard line.
There's a great legacy at that position here at Cincinnati. Brent Selleck, Travis Kelce, and now Josiah DeGuara, a name that you're going to be hearing on Sundays. Now can they get it in the end zone? Quick flip. Oh, he bobbled, and he dropped it. That was Wilson Huber, the sophomore tight end.
Sometimes you just get a little excited. You got the ball when you're wide open, so wide open, and you see the split second of turning the head. Right there, there's no use to turn the head. You're in the end zone. Catch it, secure it, go down, and you got a touchdown, my friend.
Oh,
still almost gets it, though.
He's going to be reliving that in his sleep for a while. Jared Doak's in the game now, and Doak's is going to take a direct snap and a direct dive into the end zone, and Cincinnati answers quickly after the 74-yard throw to DeGuara. Doak's is in.
Little Wildcat action. Doak's had a big game. Last time out, 3 total touchdowns. Coaching staff said he's kind of getting back to his old form where you saw a couple years ago. Great getting him involved early in this football game in that Wildcat formation.
75 yards, 3 plays after a 1-play 75-yard drive by ECU.
False start. Number 11. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still have the try.
So they'll back him up 5 yards. So this has been a game of big plays. You had the Warren run to set up the first one. You had Ehlers to Johnson for 75 yards, and then the 74-yard Ridder to DeGuara. Cincinnati back on top.
Yeah, Ridder says if you want to throw it deep, hey, I can throw it deep too. I'm going to find my tight end on a little corner route. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch. Sets up a little Wildcat touchdown from Doak's to get this to 14-7.
And at home against UCF. And for Cincinnati, that's an important win because that gives them a clear path to the American Championship game. If they can just keep rolling on. Luke Fickell and the Bearcats already have 14 points up here with 8:19 left in the first quarter. A week off for Cincinnati after that win over Tulsa, and that was not an easy game for them at home at Nippert. That one is in the end zone. Both coaches talked to us this week about explosive plays, wanting to get their offense going, and I think they've succeeded here in the first quarter.
It's been a fun first, 6-7 minutes of this football game. For ECU, they understand that there's nothing to lose right now. You're going against a ranked opponent. Take your shots. We're going to say it over and over again. Man-to-man coverage, you got to beat it. Go route, slant, seams. We've seen a couple so far.
And, of course, ECU wants what Cincinnati has. They are in a rebuilding situation, much like the Bearcats were 3 years ago. And let's see how the Pirates handle this one. Ehlers looks off the defender and then throws it, and it's batted down. Someone got a hand on that. Brian Wright is a very active linebacker and a great blitzer.
Well, he's 6'3", 238. It's just he's long, he's lanky, he's physical. He uses that length to get off defenders and then get up, obviously, right there to knock the ball down.
Second down and 10. And they keep it on the ground. Trying to bounce that one outside, out to the 33-yard line. That's Trace Christian, the sophomore out of Longwood, Florida.
And right guard Brandon Pena, who was center before, coming over. Great block right there, along with the tight end, number 84, Zach Beard.
This is an offensive line that was really banged up last week, and they've had to move some people around.
Well, they've been banged up all year. Guys shuffling from center to guard, guard to tackle. right side to left side. Good start to this game so far.
Remember, Ehlers is big, 6'3", 235, and it's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it to his tailback. It's Christian again, and he's got the first down, so a positive start to this drive for the Pirates.
You kind of, after a bigger defense gives up a big play, quick touchdown, you need at least just one first down. That's your mentality as an offense. Just get one first down, see if we can get the momentum back on our side a little bit.
Now, there are weapons on the outside. You saw C.J. Johnson on the 75-yard touchdown catch. Ehlers, flush to his left, slings it. There's the sidearm release that you've been talking about. He has a lot of different release points.
And a good arm. I wouldn't say it's Patrick Mahomes or anything like that, but he can make all the throws out there. But that's the most impressive thing to me, because as a quarterback, you understand the pocket's not clean. There's going to be defenders in your face, and you're going to see throughout this game him throwing from the sidearm, over top, underneath guys, over linebackers. It's like a second baseman or shortstop. Quick catch. Whoop, let me just rip it as fast as I can to turn 2.
Second down 10. Blitz comes. Ehlers to his right. Fires it wide open as Prohl, who makes the catch and has a first down. Blake Prohl, the son of Ricky, a sophomore.
And some great routes. Yeah, you turn on the film and watch Prohl. He does a great job right here. You see the explosion, those last 3 steps. Get the DB to flip his hips. Boom, boom, boom. Right there, come out of it. And then as a quarterback, you just got to lay it up. Trust your receiver's going to be there. Put some mark on the football. Throw it to a spot, and he's going to make the catch.
Prohl is a sophomore. C.J. Johnson, a true freshman. Tyler Snead, the other starting receiver, is a freshman as well. Good ball fake there, and that's Prohl again over the middle. And he's hauled down by Kobe Bryant, and East Carolina's got some rhythm now.
Look how long this ball is in the running back's stomach. As a linebacker, you have no choice but to come up to respect the running back. And this is just easy pitch and catch afterwards.
Ehlers 5 of 9, and of course 75 yards of that 117 came on the touchdown throw to C.J. Johnson. Fires to the sideline, and that's Prohl again, the featured receiver on this drive. And he's at the 30. He's a sophomore. Now, his brother, Austin, played at North Carolina. Of course, their dad played in the NFL for 17 years. His brother, Austin, just signed with Seattle in the XFL.
Nice. We playing him week 2.
You're already looking ahead. That was a gain of 5, and there's movement and flags.
It's a second offsides by these receivers.
False start. Number 1. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remain second down.
He's a little taller than his dad, but boy, what a career. 17 years in the NFL. He played in 4 Super Bowls and won 2 Super Bowl rings with the Rams and the Colts.
And what did the coaching staff say about this kid? He knows the game of football. He understands angles. He understands how to run routes. He knows how to get in and out of breaks. And you see it over and over again. We just saw it a couple plays ago.
Second down 5. 3-man rush. Ehlers with time, slings it again. Guess who? It's Prohl again. And Cincinnati needs to make an adjustment. Derek Forrest on the hit.
Well, they went to more of a 2-high right there, and that's a perfect play. We call it Cadillac. You have a sit route. You're going to read the linebacker. He sits even for a split second. You have what we call a dagger route, 16 yards across the middle, right behind him. Perfect timing on the throw.
On 1st and 10, again, he pulls it, fires to the sideline. That's Hatfield, breaks a tackle, up the sideline, inside the 10, and down to the 6-yard line. Ahmad Garner, the stop for Cincinnati.
I have a feeling we're going to see Hatfield a lot tonight, whether it's jet sweeps, little balls in the flat right there. The coaching staff's like, listen, we must get him the ball as much as we can. He's too electric, probably the fastest receiver that this team has on their roster.
Inside the 10, keep your eye on number 89, Jeremy Lewis, who just checked in. Very athletic tight end. Hatfield in motion. On the ground with Mooney, and that's tough sledding, maybe to the 5. Remember, last week, East Carolina got inside the red zone and was driving to take the lead and fumbled, and the game changed dramatically.
It crushes everyone. You do all this work, especially like a good defense like Cincinnati. And then last week, go back to the turnover. So another focus, they're more determined, worked on ball security during the week to get ready for this game.
Second and goal from the 5. Mooney in the backfield. Ehlers moves it up in the air, and it's incomplete. Prohl battling on the long sideline with Ahmad Garner. And a lot of whistles right now.
A lot of pushing back and forth.
That was a dangerous throw. There's a flag down, 2 flags down at the 4-yard line between the tackles. And the officials right now are having to separate players. This is
fun.
Well, it's fun, but it's gotten heated.
It is. It's a little heated right now, but I mean, it's good times. Saturday night football under the lights, beautiful weather.
This is
a
not
little chippy.
This is not the part of the field, though, that you want a personal foul on either side. Because if it goes on East Carolina, it's 15 yards backwards. If it goes on Cincinnati, it's 1st and goal halfway to the goal line. And the officials discussing it right now. Edwin Lee, our referee.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 93. Defense, half the distance to the goal line, automatic, first down.
Let's see if we can pick it up. This is Elijah Ponder, 93.
Watch the pile underneath. A little jabbing back and forth, punches being thrown. It's always the second guy, though. You can't retaliate. These guys know that. And now you give ECU first down inside the 5-yard line.
And right now the officials, you could see 93 Ponder come on the field late, and the officials are going to escort him off the field. I think he's off just for a play. Demetrius Mooney in the backfield right now. And it's 1st and goal for East Carolina. Ehlers play action, looking end zone, throws short, caught, and that's Lewis. They like to go to him down there, but a really good play by Michael Pitts, the junior.
I think the defense saw that. They saw Lewis, a tight end, lined up at the fullback position. That's that wide banana. You remember Coach Gruden called that play? Fullback in the flat, got a corner out by the true tight end. Defense was ready. Good job by those guys.
2nd and goal. No one was covering Johnson, but the whistle. Now, one official marks touchdown, but I think the play was blown dead before the throw. Nobody was covering C.J. Johnson. And you can see right away Luke Fickle was out on the field.
False start, 84, number 7 for the snap. 5-yard penalty, the second down.
Boy, that's a huge, huge call.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened with Cincinnati's defense. You leave a receiver wide open, C.J. Johnson on the outside, no cornerback in sight. And I think ECU and Holton Ehlers just got a little bit too excited right there, sent the ball just a hair bit too soon, trying to take advantage of the mishap on the defensive side.
We didn't have a 94 on the field for East Carolina, so possibly 84. Zach Bird. Still 2nd and goal. End zone again, and this one's broken up. Kobe Bryant and C.J. Johnson in the end zone.
And you see C.J. Johnson say, throw it up. I got size. I can out-physical him. And anytime the DB on these back shoulders throws is off and kind of looking at the quarterback, he has the ability to make a play on that, throw some air, make it a 50-50 ball, and see if your receiver can come down with it.
Kobe Bryant's pretty darn good.
Watch the tight end in the red zone. Always a big threat.
From the 6, 3rd and goal. Blitz comes. Ehlers steps through it. He can scramble, racing for the corner, and he is in. Touchdown. How about that?
I want to focus on the offense line. Look at the pickup right here. Great job, allows the quarterback to go through all of his reads. No one's open down the field. And we talked about that first or second drive. Ehlers loves to run the football, averages about 10 rushes per game. He's dangerous when he pulls it down. Big kid, can take some hits. Great job getting there for the touchdown.
That's another 75-yard drive on 14 plays, 5 minutes, and impressive stuff from East Carolina.
Offensive line doing a great job picking up the twist up front. Big boys stepping up, watching their film. And then Ehlers finishing off right there, dipping the shoulder, getting there for the touchdown. This offensive line, they knew Cincinnati's going to bring exotic blitzes. They're going to bring twists with the linebackers. They're going to do TE stunts, all this stuff defensively. Like I said, they've done their homework. They're well prepared right there.
Well, we wondered out loud at the start of the telecast, how can East Carolina take down a top 20 opponent? Number 17, Cincinnati, is here, unbeaten in the American. ECU has not won a conference game this year. They've had spurts where they've looked pretty good. They're still so young, and right now they're going toe-to-toe late in the first quarter.
That's a great start right there. We're talking about first quarter stats, 153 yards. The rushing touchdown, the big passing touchdown to C.J. Johnson the series before.
Jake Verity with the kick. And into the end zone it goes. Next Saturday, best game from the best conference. It's also the biggest game of the season. Number 1 LSU, number 2 Alabama. It all starts with the drive to Atlanta at 2:30 Eastern. The SEC on CBS. Aaron Murray, you have SEC in your DNA.
Oh, it's running through my veins. Oh, man, that game's going to be so much fun. 2 of the best quarterbacks in the country. Tua, Joe Burrow. These guys are so much fun. Luke Fickell, though, let's talk about good coaching staff. The 2 coaches right there in the SEC doing a great job, but Luke Fickell has those guys rolling here in Cincinnati. But first, before we forget about the SEC, how about my Dogs today taking down Florida?
And he had a ceremonial cocktail,
yes,
at 3:30 when everything started.
A little fried gator, too, up here before.
For the Florida-Georgia game from Jacksonville. Our director, Andy Friedman, though, no cocktail for you. Michael Warren, right side, breaks a tackle. Warren to the 40, and he's down to the 41.
Did anybody get...
Kendall Futrell ran him down, and Warren's having a good night, 16 yards on the carry.
And the problem with ECU and stopping the run, these guys on the outside, they're just not very big. Kendall Futrell is only 6'2", 226. Chance Purvis on the other side, 6'4", 233. It's just tough for those guys to go against some of these tackles that are 290 to 310 pounds.
Cincinnati runs for 173 yards a game. Ritter peels out. Lots of time, squares up, fires it deep for Geddes, and he couldn't hold it. Thomas Geddes just inside the 10-yard line. There's a little arm strength from Ritter.
Arm strength? I mean, that was a bomb of a throw. This is unbelievable. Going to your left, being able to get downhill just enough to let that thing roll. That's something you put on the highlight film. That's highlight number 1 right there. You send all the NFL scouts. Look at that. I got the arm strength to roll opposite way, get my hips twisted around, and then launch the ball about, I don't know, 50 yards down the field.
Geddes trying to adjust the gloves.
It's always the glove fault.
Second down and 10. Warren, that's a big hole, and that man can run, and he's going to the 30, Warren to the 20, and down at the 18-yard line. Another gaping hole and another big run for Michael Warren.
It is so tough for these defensive ends when a quarterback has the speed, and this is what's so great about the zone read. You have to give the quarterback respect. You hesitate for just a split second, boom, Michael Warren takes it right between you. Great job offensive line, but a better job by Desmond Ritter of excelling after he hands the ball off, just to hesitate, to get the defensive end to hesitate.
Jared Dokes is in. Warren already at 89 yards, had 40 on that carry. That's a good tackle coming up. It was Miles Berry, the sophomore linebacker.
Great tackle right there. Dokes, great game last week, had the touchdown earlier in this ball game. These backs are tough to take down one-on-one. You gotta take them down with the legs though.
Went for 91 yards on 17 carries in the win over Tulsa. It was the Cincinnati defense that were the stars on that Saturday. Tulsa turned it over 5 times. Crowd trying to make some noise. Ritter in the shotgun on 2nd and 9, and he overthrows Josiah DeGuara.
And he had him right there, one-on-one, corner route, the same route he had earlier in the game for the big play to his tight end. Flip it over to the other side. Just got to throw it more toward the sideline. That's an opportunity for a catch and a touchdown. He talked about accuracy and getting better this year. Those are the throws that take you to that next level. Put it on the big man, let him catch it, get there in the end zone.
Third down conversion rate this year is not great. There's a few areas where Cincinnati's not firing on all cylinders. The rushing offense certainly is tonight. Red zone offense has been an issue. Ritter will keep, and Ritter to the 5 and inside the 3. Another nice play. Bruce Bivens made the stop. Ritter's making some good decisions.
And right now, look, there's 5 guys in the box. That's it. There's 5, so you have 5 offensive linemen and a running back. You got 6 for 5. That is prime time to call a quarterback draw. Great play call by the offense right there, and Mike Denbrock.
Denbrock, who came over from Notre Dame, the offensive coordinator for Cincinnati. Warren stuffed, gains a yard, but short of the goal line, inside the 1. This has been a fun game and a wild first quarter filled with big plays. East Carolina and Cincinnati, 2 touchdowns apiece. Cincinnati, of course, number 17 in the country, unbeaten in the American.
And back to the Wildcat. Michael Warren this time, though, is the Wildcat quarterback.
Direct snap. Warren straight ahead, picks a hole, and he's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Michael Warren on the carry.
3 first quarter touchdowns for Luke Fickell's offense.
And big play after big play. Center Robinson does a great job one-on-one with the nose tackle, locking him out just enough for Michael Warren to get in there for the touchdown.
These 2 teams have combined for almost 400 yards of offense.
We're in for a treat tonight.
In this first quarter.
A treat tonight. This is good stuff.
Trick or treat.
Yeah.
Extra point is good. 21-14. Cincinnati. I don't know where to start with all the big plays here.
I don't know. It's been both sides. I mean, don't forget we had an interception, so defense did make a play, but ECU comes out with the big touchdown pass to C.J. Johnson right there. Ritter says, listen, I can throw the ball pretty good too. A little corner route to get him inside the red zone. And then the running game, that zone read running game right now is just baffling. This ECU defense has no answers for it at the moment. But that's a lot of yards right there. And this is only the first quarter.
Well, Cincinnati and ECU, last year, it wasn't even close. Last year was a 50-point beatdown by Cincinnati. 2 years ago, though, ECU walloped the Bearcats. That was year 1 of the rebuild with Luke Fickell. This is year 1 of the rebuild with Mike Houston and East Carolina. Tyler Snead from the 3. Little man can scoot, finds a seam, and is out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. 9 seconds left in this first quarter. Holton Ahlers, the sophomore quarterback, and a local kid here in Greenville. Got some experience last year. They would love to bottle Ahlers and the offense from the second half against UCF. That's when they were really rolling. They've had a real nice first quarter here, and it's going to end on a Demetrius Mooney run into the arms of Derek Forrest of Cincinnati, and the pushing and the shoving and the shouting continues here. First quarter was thrilling, wasn't it? Back and forth, big plays. Number 17, Cincinnati on the road and on top of the American. 21-14. You are watching college football on CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. Of East Carolina. Number 17, Cincinnati up a touchdown. First quarter possessions, not bad for ECU.
You talk about bottling up that UCF game, that second half. Bottle up that first quarter. Great job running the football, taking some shots. The receivers have been really impressive, winning man-to-man coverage on the outside and creating enough space to allow their quarterback to feel really good stepping into his throws.
He's a unique quarterback, big, mobile, and a lefty. And as you pointed out, very creative with delivery.
I love lefties. It's just that the way the ball comes out, I'm jealous. I'm not going to lie. I'm watching him in pregame warm-ups and just drawing like, man, I wish I grew up left-handed. It just the ball comes out so smooth out of this kid's arm.
Second down and 3. We start the second quarter. Mooney straight ahead. Marcus Brown made the stop for Cincinnati. Now, East Carolina has had moments. They've given some teams some trouble. 13-point loss on the road to UCF. 10-point loss to a very good Temple team. Third down and 1. Favorite target tonight has been Blake Prohl, who has 5 catches, 51 yards. He's at the bottom of your screen. Ehlers, nice move. Oh, man, I don't know if he got to the stick. Brian Wright, the second guy in, made the stop.
Looks like he got the first down. Nice little spin move to elude the defender in the back. Should have probably handed that one off. Little misread. That's something the coaches want him to eliminate. The misreads in this zone read RPO offense. And make sure you're doing the right thing. Good thing he's a good athlete, though.
Ehlers. And that's Tyler Snead, the little man, the redshirt freshman out of Raleigh. 5'7", 165 pounds.
It's all the way over here. Just keeps working. Just keep working for me. He understands his quarterback's out of the pocket. Let me be friendly. Keep running. That's a great job. I understand. We have a mobile quarterback. The ball is always alive. Let me keep chugging. Some receivers give up. They quit. Ball's over. Not this kid. Great job being friendly for his quarterback.
What do they tell us? He just emits intangibles on the ground. That's a gain of 3. Jabari Taylor brings down Trace Christian.
Well, they say Tyler Steen, he plays with a chip on his shoulder. It might be because he's 5'7", 165 pounds. That's probably the reason why. But I don't know. I love his game. I love when he gets matched up one-on-one with safeties and nickels. Very quick, elusive. Everyone's going to say Edelman, but it's true. He looks like Julian Edelman out there.
Good penetration up front. That was Malik Van. And crowd reacting to what was another tussle down the field. This has been a heated game so far, and you wouldn't expect it, would you, with Cincinnati and East Carolina?
Well, I just think Cincinnati's a little surprised right now. They've been punched in the face a couple of times in the first quarter. I think they thought they might just show up defensively, this great defense, and just ball out, and all of a sudden ECU's coming out swinging, ready for a 12-round fight.
3 of 5 on third down, but this is 3rd and 8, and a little blitz. Well, that one should have been caught. That was delivered. Josiah Hatfield, the freshman, he was in first down territory and couldn't hold it.
Once again, great job offensive line with the blitz pickup.
And they may be
running back.
Now the punt team is coming on the field.
Punt this football. The way that Cincinnati's offense was rolling there in the first quarter, don't give them a short field. See if your punter can try to pin it back inside the 10-yard line.
John Young quickly becoming Aaron Murray's favorite punter with that mustache. See if it checks up, and it rolls out of bounds inside the 2. That's terrific special teams work by East Carolina. That is not a short field. That's 98 yards now for Cincinnati's offense. In the America tonight, number 17, Cincinnati on the road and up a touchdown. Offense, and they've been really good, but they're backed up because of this great punt.
The mustache coming through. Let's not forget Josiah Hatfield, the one who missed an opportunity to catch that third down. Doesn't feel sorry for himself, sprints down the field, uses his speed, locates the football to make this a difficult start for the Cincinnati offense.
There's your guy.
Just a hairy man all over.
Now let's see what the Bearcats can do with 98 yards in front of them. They'll keep it on the ground straight ahead. And that's Dokes. Jared Dokes, the junior, had the great 2017. And kind of a bounce back year this year. He's a terrific inside power runner.
So the key, anytime you start inside the 10-yard line, you must get a first down. That is goal number one. Let's just get a first down, get out of our own end zone, create some space for our punter. That's a good start right there.
Second down 5. Ritter, his end zone on the money. That's Moj. And Moj has the catch. Malik Moj. Devondre Robinson, the stop.
And a great job just trying to find it. Zone defense. Just keep working, keep working, keep working. Your quarterback's going to find you. And Desmond Ritter right now needs to settle in. 1 for 5, had the big 73-yard gain to his tight end on the corner route, but a little inaccurate there in the first quarter. It's a good start right there for him, finding his receiver, putting it right on his chest.
And that interception was deflected on a deep ball that was a bit short. Ritter looks left, now racing to his right, trying to chase him down is Futrell, and out of bounds is Ritter as he picks up another 7 yards.
I think we're seeing a little bit so far in this game. Two quarterbacks that one are feeling so throwing the football. I'd say a little bit more for ECU and their guy, but running the football and how dangerous a running quarterback is. And I don't care what league you're in, high school football, college football, you see in the NFL with guys like Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, they keep a defense honest, and they're just so tough. When you think you got everyone covered, they take off and get some yards with their legs.
Remember, this started at the 2. Ritter, time, fires, sidelines on the money. And that's a first down. Trey Tucker. Man, how deep is Cincinnati? They play 5 tight ends. They play at times it feels like 8 wide receivers.
They had a couple good running backs, and then a great job right there by Dokes. They decided to bring ECU a corner blitz, or we call it cat blitz, off the outside. Dokes locates it, picks it up. Safety a little bit too slow to get over to find the receiver.
So another first down, and this one's out across the 30. Ritter plants over the middle. Great play there. Daniel Charles breaks it up.
That's a great job, but once again, just the ball a little bit behind Medeiros. We talk about, Rich, we call it air time. So you understand your receiver, Medeiros, is faster than the DB. So put some air under, let him outrun him. Eventually he will stack him, which we talked about earlier. He'll get on top, make the catch. You throw a line drive, it allows the safety to get in there and make a play and put his big old paw on it.
Second down 10. On the ground, this is Dokes. We've seen all 3 running backs for Cincinnati. Warren, Dokes, and even Ryan Montgomery. Dokes is in there. They're down 7. And that's how good Cincinnati has been. 21 points. They've had just 1 third down before this one. 3rd down and 7 when we return. Bearcats are marching. This drive at their own 2. They've moved it out to the 34, but it's 3rd down and long.
Alec Pierce, number 12, have not mentioned his name. Up top, big receiver, 6'3", 212. Man-to-man coverage, this is an opportunity for him to win. Get the big 3rd down conversion.
Movement and a flag. Lorenzo Metz.
False start. Number 51. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
Now, Lorenzo Metz is one of the most unique offensive linemen, not just for the face mask he uses as an offensive lineman. That's kind of rare. But Metz is German, and he played club football in Germany. So he didn't play in high school. 6'9", 330. Ritter has had lots of time, has a man, but that's going to be short of the first down. There's your guy, Pierce, who makes his first catch of the night.
And that's the difference right there with that penalty. That route was designed to be 12 back to 10 to the outside. And you're about 4 yards short. You don't get that offside. It's called the same play. You get a first down. But as a receiver, though, you have to kind of understand where the chains are. Sometimes you have to adjust your route to make sure you get there and then use your big body and big frame to get the first down.
Tyler Snead is deep. And for James Smith, the Australian punter for Cincinnati, his first kick of the night. And another flag.
False start. Number 12. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains fourth down.
A lot of penalties this year, so much so that when Luke Fickell was asked 2 weeks ago in a press conference after the game, he said, well, boy, you guys had a lot of penalties today. He said, well, you must not be watching us because we were actually down today from our average game.
Yeah, we were single digits for lunch. I think he said they had 9 penalties instead of 12 to 15. They average about 11 penalties per game right now.
So let's see Smith kick it, another whistle and another flag. And it almost looks like a
Before the
timeout.
snap. Timeout. East Carolina. Their second. 30 seconds in length.
That's an odd timeout, and it probably means they didn't have the correct personnel on. All right, let's do it. Our Red Lobster Top 25 scoreboard. Aaron Murray, where are you looking?
Right here, of course.
Oh,
what are you
come
talking
on,
about?
you're the
Georgia
American.
Florida. I know. SMU, Memphis. And we had a chance to cover Memphis. Rich and I were covering Memphis last week. That's a great football team. Obviously, SMU undefeated, and that's a heck of a game.
It is. Sold out. Liberty Bowl, first time.
Game day's there.
Yeah, first time since 2015 that they have sold out the Liberty Bowl.
I played a bowl game there. Did not go well.
I've called 3 bowl games there, the Liberty Bowl.
It's amazing. This conference is so deep with teams, and those two are some of the best, and we're watching one of the best here tonight in Cincinnati.
So Smith finally gets to kick it. Snead will make a fair catch right at the 25-yard line. ECU has the football, down a touchdown. Monday night, 6 Eastern. Join CBS Sports Network as our team of NFL experts breaks down all the Week 9 action exclusively from a quarterback's perspective. Don't miss NFL Monday Quarterback on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Rick Hart, we saw him, the athletic director from SMU, was in town last night. His father, Dave, was inducted into the ECU Hall of Fame. Big moment for that family. And he said, well, I got a game to go to tomorrow. So we saw him last night out in Greenville, jumped on a plane this morning. I'm sure he's enjoying the scene at the Liberty Bowl. His dad was a longtime athletic director here at ECU and at Florida State. Demetrius Mooney on that first carry. Second down and 8 now for the Pirates. Holton Ahlers standing tall, lofts it down the sideline. Not a lot of stacking going on there. C.J. Johnson and Kobe Bryant, and a flag is down.
Well, there's no stacking because Kobe Bryant was just yanking at him the entire time. He's like, I'm not getting beat once again on the go ball. A lot of tugging.
Pass interference. Number 5. Defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
Yeah, you see the left arm right there grabbing the jersey. You can pretty much see the shoulder pads. It is number 7, actually, Kobe Bryant, not Derek Forrest. But if you're going to play man-to-man coverage, you got to be better one-on-one the outside. And right now, ECU feels pretty good taking these shots.
Well, there's a shot in the backfield. Mooney runs into Jabari Taylor, the sophomore nose tackle. Penalty flag. Yeah, thanks a lot.
No nonchalant right there. Just, snag it, put it in the pocket.
Yes.
He wasn't arguing, no, he saw that. And then I'll say it again, these DBs have struggled with vertical throws, go balls down the field, matching team speed.
East Carolina hit a 75-yarder early in the first quarter. C.J. Johnson on the receiving end. This another ball up, and more contact, and another flag. Audie Atomosho was the wide receiver, and Luke Fickle didn't catch this one, but he's not real happy.
Pass interference, number 7. Defense, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Hand tugging. You can't grab with the left hand. Put it down, tape it up. I don't know, do something. But right now you have 3 penalties or 2 penalties and a long ball on you. Maybe don't press up so much at the moment. They're taking shots. Got to mix the defense up. Maybe we're going to see a little bit more zone from the Cincinnati defense.
Well, this has put East Carolina into Cincinnati territory. Straight ahead goes Mooney. Ooh. Oh, there's a flag.
It looks like Jarrell White, number 8. A little late punch right there. Once again, Cincinnati being a little chippy after the whistle. They need to calm their nerves down.
Luke Fickle right now. I think he's motioning to the not only his team but also the referee.
Offside, number 21. Defense, line up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. After the play, personal foul, number 8. Defense, unnecessary roughness. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Wow, that's 8 penalties already.
Right there, watch right, boom, right in the face. You're going to get called every time, buddy, if you punch someone right in the face mask. It was a nice little punch, though.
Now this drive is inside the 25-yard line, and most of it has been yellow laundry.
Yeah, 2 pass interferences and offsides, and then a nice left-hand jab to the face.
4 penalties on the drive, 8 penalties already in the game. Ehlers in trouble, hit as he throws. Got a man, it's caught there, that's Johnson. Bryant on the coverage.
This is...
And another flag, 3 more flags thrown down.
There's flags everywhere, but I want to focus on Ehlers for just a quick second. The pocket movement, the concentration, and then just trusting his receiver, C.J. Johnson, who, hey, they played high school football together, so they've been throwing routes back and forth for a while now.
This is crazy, all these flags. I mean, Cincinnati is the number 17 team in the country, and they've had 4 penalties, 4 costly penalties on this drive alone, and this will be the 5th if it's against them.
I'm telling you, they were not ready for a possible 4-quarter battle. They didn't think this ECU team could show up and start throwing some punches back and making plays.
The result of the play is the first down. After the play, personal foul, number 67. Offense, personal foul, number 11. Defense, those fouls cancel. The first down for East Carolina.
That's Deontay Smith and Brian Wright.
Now they both get a flag, so the penalties cancel each other out.
Actually look like number 92, Curtis Brooks.
And here's East Carolina on the doorstep. Well, not quite the doorstep, but the front porch at the 7. Ehlers now whistle stop this one. And I think Cincinnati called a timeout before the snap.
Before the snap, timeout, Cincinnati, their first. 30 seconds and lead.
What a strange drive this has been for East Carolina.
Listen, Luke Fickle needs to get his guys right now in this huddle and just play smart, guys. Listen, you can't do this. We are, like you said, Rich, we are a top 20 team. Act like it. Act like professionals out here. You know, this isn't pick-up ball in the backyard at the moment. We're playing a game on the road against a team that's playing pretty darn good in ECU. let's clean it up. We can't just give yards and points away like this.
And as you pointed out, there have been instances where it's the second guy that gets the flag. So East Carolina's been a little chippy in this situation as well.
They're not angels, but I've seen very few punches thrown from the ECU offense. It's been Cincinnati throwing haymakers left and right.
There are only 3 official plays on this drive.
How many official punches are there? That's what's more.
And lots of official flags. All right, where do you go, Aaron Murray, if you're inside the 10 and you're holding Ehlers?
You got to run the football here, but don't be surprised if they start taking some shots at these tight ends here in the next couple plays.
This is Mooney in the Wildcat, and he was leaning, and those flags, I think, are on him. Mooney in the Wildcat.
False start, number 3, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
We talk about Rich. We talk about the turnovers last week in the red zone, but just as bad are the penalties. Because you're moving, you're feeling good, you're inside the 10-yard line, all of a sudden you get a penalty, you're moving backwards, making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, East Carolina has had to settle too many times this year for field goals. They've attempted 20 field goals already in 8 games. Ehlers back in. This is Mooney who cuts right, darts left, inside the 5, down to the 3. Javon Hicks with the stop, and East Carolina back inside the 5.
Once again, the zone read, defensive end, you got to make a decision. Who are you going to take? And then Mooney lowering the shoulder with the boom.
Second down goal. They mark it just short of the 3. Mooney behind Ehlers. And it's Mooney, and good penetration. Elijah Ponder got in and under. And that short-circuited the run. It's 3rd and goal.
An opportunity, if you're going to play man-to-man coverage, those back shoulder fades, they've attempted them a couple times, but don't sleep on Tyler Snead. He is phenomenal, especially on corner routes.
Ehlers, quick throw, touchdown, it's Bird. And the local kid is all fired up.
As he should be. Zach Bird, you get a little play action. Great job dipping right under the defender. The last thing you need right there as a tight end is to get knocked up at all. Usually those defenders are taught, get something in that tight end, knock him off his route just a little bit. He eluded those guys just enough, was clean through the line, and that's an easy pitch and catch for the touchdown.
21 apiece. East Carolina and number 17, Cincinnati.
Thanks for coming in.
No problem.
Fans, they heard that USC score. Of course, the news, multiple national media outlets reporting that University of Cincinnati athletic director Mike Bone has left Cincinnati to become the athletic director at USC. USC has not announced the hiring, and when asked, Cincinnati has replied they don't comment on other schools' hiring. CBSSports.com's Dennis Dodd reports no announcement has been scheduled, and Mike Bone is not on this road trip for Cincinnati. 21 apiece. This has been a terrific game. Huge underdogs are East Carolina. And that one's into the end zone, and it rolls through the end zone. Time now for an eye on college football, brought to you by Simply Safe. 3 ranked teams in the American, and of course SMU and Memphis just saw the highlights, 7 apiece right now. 8 undefeated teams remain. And Aaron Murray, cocktail.
Georgia love in this show. I'm loving it right now.
Cocktail.
Lance, thank you.
When we're done. A cocktail when we're done, as Georgia beats Florida. What was your record in that biggest?
3-1. Lost my freshman year. Only time ever in that game to be in overtime, and then 3 straight wins after that.
And we're not supposed to call it the cocktail party anymore, right?
No.
All right.
Yes, we can.
All right. Okay. 25-yard line. Cincinnati now. Desmond Ridder Flush to the left, fires down the field, and it's incomplete. And we go down to the field. Amanda Balionis. Amanda?
When that Cincinnati defense came off after that last series, these coaches were fired up, saying, guys, we are beating ourselves. Saying what Aaron alluded to. Listen, ECU, they're not angels, but it's not on them. When it's called on us, it's on us. You have got to control yourselves.
Hey, Amanda, is it as emotional down on the field as it feels like?
Yeah, these guys are really fired up. Coaches are fired up. There's a lot of chatter going on. You can feel it down here.
All right, 2nd down and 10. And that's Warren, and he's stuffed. And all of a sudden, it feels like this ECU defense has a little momentum. Xavier Smith made the stop.
Yeah, they're definitely feeling good defensively. Great series the last time out there. Looks like this Cincinnati offense is going to spread them out, find that one-on-one matchup. See if they can take advantage of it.
You got Warren in the slot, the near slot, the running back on 3rd and 8. Ritter fires to the sideline, and it's incomplete. Alex Pierce is 6'3". He needed to be about 6'7" to make that catch.
Off coverage, same route that they converted on, or didn't convert, that they completed the series before in the 3rd and long. Just a little bit outside the reach. That's a tough throw though, Rich, going from the left hash all the way to the right side of the field.
James Smith to punt it away. Tyler Snead is deep for East Carolina. ECU, the Pirates, are winless in the American, and Cincinnati is number 17 in the country. High end over end. Snead, fair catch in a crowd, makes the catch. Well, Mike Houston told us yesterday and told his team, we got to take our shots, and so far they have.
Stadium, where we have quite the ball game. The Pirates are all tied up with number 17, Cincinnati Bearcats 21-21. And when you talk about ECU starting quarterback Holton Ahlers, to say that he has deep roots to this town and this program is an understatement. His dad is the PA announcer here at all football games. Hi, Dad. His mom also worked in the athletics building, and the coaching staff told us, hey, this guy is committed. When we pulled up into Greenville for the first time to take over this program, Holton was the one waiting for us on a Wednesday night to say hello.
And Amanda, that's a great story. Literally waiting at the door. Another deep shot there, and it's caught by Hatfield. In Cincinnati territory, a freshman, Josiah Hatfield, from the sophomore Holton Ahlers.
They want to get the ball in his hands, and he's proven it in practice. And in limited times in games, I can get open. I can figure it out. Let me use my speed down the field. Just a little bit of an inside fade.
And there's Dad, all business.
I saw a little fist pump somewhere.
Ahlers, again, lots of time. Middle shot on the money and caught at the 14. Hatfield, get him the football. That was the edict from Donnie Kirkpatrick, the offensive coordinator.
Absolutely perfect ball. Receiver had no doubt that I'm going to catch this thing. I'm feeling pretty good right now, and you're going to continue to see more and more balls going his way throughout this game if he keeps making catches like that one right there. That's how you build trust with your quarterback.
Inside the 15 is ECU with a chance to take the lead against number 17 Cincinnati. Ahlers again, and it's incomplete. Johnson was tangled up again with Kobe Bryant. This time, no flags.
Right now for Ahlers, it's like a pitcher that's just throwing dice, just boom, boom, boom. I mean, he's feeling good. He's in rhythm, on balance. I mean, that ball's perfect. It's right where he wants it to be. And right there, you see it. Once again, Kobe Bryant, a little bit of holding, got away with it. But anytime you see shoulder pad, there's a good indication that, hey, somehow that DB ripped it down.
2nd down and 10 from the 14 of Cincinnati. Holton Ahlers. 3-man rush. Ahlers delivers on time. Caught by DeAndre Farrier, the lone senior of the receivers. And that's a 1st down.
You saw a little bit right there, defender in the face, able to get the arm angle down to get it underneath the right arm of the defensive end.
1st and goal. Just inside the 3. Demetrius Mooney in the backfield. Ahlers, a dart, Incomplete. C.J. Johnson, good coverage there from Cincinnati's Ahmad Garner.
So anytime you're in the red zone, front of the end zone, the ball needs to be down. Back of the end zone, ball needs to be high. That's what you're taught. So right there, I would have liked to see him, and I'm being picky here because he's been looking pretty darn good in Holton Ahlers, but ball in the back of the end zone high, like I said, front of the end zone needs to be down low like that.
2nd and goal. See if they run it here. Mooney, oh man. That's a brick wall named Curtis Brooks, the junior, out of Danville, Virginia.
And it's a win right now for this defense. If they're able to hold ECU to just a field goal, the way that things have been kind of moving and the way the momentum has shifted onto the ECU sideline, hold them to 3 right here and see if your offense can then get the ball and score before halftime.
That was a loss of a yard.
Got one-on-one up on top of your screen.
Ahlers rolls that way, throws that way. Caught! Hatfield again, and the Pirates take the lead.
Is the Hatfield coming out drive. Couple big catches, and hey, we're going to reward you with a nice little touchdown. C.J. Johnson does a great job. It's a pick route, a rub route, as the offense wants to say, of not putting his hands on the defender. Just go up, square up, and force the guy covering Hatfield to run over the top, and then it's an easy throw for the quarterback after that.
Look at how excited the sideline is, players and coaches both. East Carolina, and Holton Ahlers is on top of number 17, Cincinnati. It's an halftime report. Brent Stover and the gang, our CBS Sports Network studio in New York. A look around a busy day of college football. Highlights and scores from this one. Certainly we'll check in on Memphis and SMU. And for Aaron Murray, maybe a few Florida-Georgia highlights. This could be the shocker of the day. This is East Carolina, 3-5 and 0-4 in the American against the number 17 Cincinnati Bearcats, who walk in here at 6-1 and 3-0 in the American. And a hometown kid right now, Holton Ahlers, is lighting them up. He was 4 of 5 for 72 yards on that drive. Now that's Season on the left, Tonight on the right.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch this offense. I mean, it's been fast-paced too. This isn't an offense that's going to go slow up and down the field. I mean, they're going to hit you big play after big play after big play. The most impressive thing is the youth of these receivers against an experienced, very good defensive secondary, really having their way so far here in the first half.
And give ECU's defense credit. They have a couple of stops here that gave their offense a chance to grab the lead.
It was a rough first half for this defense, but they've stepped it up here in the second quarter.
Now let's see if Cincinnati can answer and tie this thing up before halftime. And right now, Ritter pulls it, and he's swallowed up by that defensive line. Kendall Futrell, who is terrific. Petey the Pirate approves.
That's the first time Futrell has actually been able to kind of bottle up that zone read. And the goal is to kind of to attack the mesh. And as a quarterback, when you're seeing the defensive end and he's running right at you, it makes you hesitate for just a second, allow the defensive player to make the play on it.
2nd down 10. Ritter, lots of time. Pocket collapses, and so does he in the arms of Alex Turner.
This is the definition of a coverage set. Great job on the back end. You see Ritter wanting to rip that speed out. ECU in the secondary said not so fast, gives the opportunity for the defense line to get in. I don't think there's a sack, but for the short gain right there, running the football, make this a 3rd and 9. This is something they've struggled with Cincinnati, 3rd and long situations. Past couple times they've gone to Alec Pierce, see if they go at him again.
Michael Warren in the backfield on 3rd and 9. Ritter waiting, throwing, broken up. Devondre Robinson from his free safety spot.
And this is just a hair bit too late for Ritter. I want you to see tight ends open up. Potts right now. He's open. Throw it now. It's just a hair second too late. Allows the defensive back to get in there and put his hand on the football.
And another punt. Well, when this game started, It looked like Cincinnati would never punt tonight. But now 3 straight times a drive has ended and Smith has punted. Snead, fair catch, has it at the 26. Oh, and NFL Sunday is coming up tomorrow. Aaron Murray starts at 1, and then 4:25 Eastern. I'm watching Green Bay at the Chargers. How about you?
Well, I'm watching Green Bay at the Chargers. I'm definitely Cleveland right now. I'm just waiting for that offense to explode. I mean, there's so many weapons. And Baker, at some point, you got to feel like he's going to get things going.
And, of course, never overlook the group of 5 in their impact in the NFL. They have a good number of players. The American has the biggest percentage of the group of 5. $1:50 left. Wildly entertaining first half. Ayler steps up, crossing pattern, bobbled and caught. C.J. Johnson in space, and he's hauled out of bounds. Flag is down. 2 flags are down. Either a face mask or a horse collar, maybe both.
Anytime you run man, you're going to see crossing routes. It's a great way to kind of try to pick someone. But yeah, face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Number 7. Defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Boy, penalties are just killing Cincinnati.
My man Kobe Bryant over there in the back, and he may have got a face mask himself too right there. Looks like C.J. Johnson brings him down. But he's had a couple of, I think 2 pass interference. That face mask just been having a rough time in this man-to-man defense that Cincinnati likes to play.
Now remember, East Carolina has burned a couple timeouts. They have just 1 left with a $1:40 left. And 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 40-yard line. Ahlers steps through the rush, pulls up, fakes, still on his feet, caught from behind and dropped. For a big man, he has good mobility.
This offensive line, and this was a worry heading to this game for the coaching staff, the ability to pick up all these blitzes that Cincinnati wants to do. And this first half has been, knock on wood for them heading in the second half, but completely flawless, I think, for this offensive line, recognizing it and picking it up.
2nd and 4. Ahlers is in trouble, escapes, now fires, and throws it into a tuba.
And of course, as I say that, they blow protection and someone comes. But hey, listen, that's why you have a mobile quarterback who can bail you out at times with his legs.
That's Mike Houston in his first year, 47-year-old. 3 years at James Madison. All he did was win a national championship, get to the championship game a 2nd time in his 3-year run there. He was a head coach at the Citadel. He is 80-25 as a head coach in all his stops before he arrived here in Greenville. That's pretty darn good. 3rd down and 4, and probably 4-down territory. Ahlers rolling, has room, fires in a crowd, and it's incomplete. Omotosho couldn't hold it.
We're going to get a holding call anyways on the offensive line.
Do you take the holding call here, or do you force a 4th down and 5 or 4?
I would take the holding call.
Okay.
Holding. Number 66. Offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay 3rd down.
So they get the down back, but they lose 10 yards.
Fernando Fry just try to protect his quarterback on the move, but you have to trust your guy has the ability and the legs to get away from that. Because I think that would have been a decision for this ECU offense. Do you go for it, kind of around the 35-yard line? I think there's a chance they might have stayed on the field to see if they can convert the 4th down.
Jake Verity, their field goal kicker's long is 47 yards.
And I still think right here you don't have to get it off. You get this ball around the 35-yard line in, there's a good chance you're going to go for it on 4.
It's a good pass rush by Cincinnati. As you pointed out, the line is held so far. Ahlers, man in his face, fires it down the field, and it's incomplete. Crowd wanted flags. Prohl was the receiver. Ahmad Garner the defender. And now it's 4th and 14. And they will punt.
I think any ball now in the air,
Whoa.
There's just a lot of grabbing and pushing. I mean, that's not as bad, though, as some of the other ones we've seen so far. But I think it could have been called, though.
And so with the football all the way back at the 44.
My favorite player's back in the game. See if he can pin him back again.
The mustachioed John Young, the punter. Into the end zone it goes. And so they'll bring it back out with 47 seconds left. Cincinnati has 2 timeouts. In the American, now we told you we'll keep you updated with SMU and Memphis battling tonight. Cincinnati, that one loss for UCF is a key one. That was at Cincinnati. So UCF, if they're going to get to the championship game, they need Cincinnati to lose twice. So there's probably a lot of UCF fans that are checking in on this game and saying, hey, let's go ECU. And of course the Bearcats last year were 11-2 and 6-2. This year 6-1 and 3-0. On the ground they go out to the 29-yard line. Chance Purvis brings down Jared Dokes. They have those 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Ritter, time over the middle. Oh, it's picked off! Intercepted by East Carolina. Second pick of the night for Ritter.
And once again, Ritter's just late. You see him hitch, and that's the 3rd hitch. See it and let it rip. Daniel Charles on the 27. If you throw that ball a half a second earlier, that's a completion to the Guara across the middle of the field.
Wow, now the football's at the 48 of Cincinnati. 23 seconds left and 1 timeout for ECU.
Going back to Ritter for a second, we talked about ECU taking shots. Right now, Ritter, there's a hesitation. I don't know if he doesn't see the coverage well, if he's not trusting his receivers and tight ends, but eliminate some of those hitches and just let that ball roll. A couple times now he's been late, and that just cost him an interception.
All right, let's see if ECU takes shots here. Ehlers steps into this one, fires it up the sideline, back shoulder, caught there! That's Johnson! What a catch! And a first down at the 15-yard line. Wow!
I love it. Let's take, we talk about Ritter taking shots. Just take shots, throw it up. See what they can do. So many quarterbacks try to be so perfect in college football. You got big receivers. Let's see what they can do. Make them go out there and earn their scholarship. And so far tonight, Holton Ehlers is making his guys earn their scholarships, and they are.
All right, there's 11 seconds left.
Please set the game clock to 14 seconds.
And they're going to move the clock back to 14. Johnson was right on that sideline, and it almost looked like he stepped out about 3 or 4 yards before he did get out at the 15. And let's see what you do. Aaron, you have 14 seconds left.
Taking shots is good, but just understand, be careful, because you got 3 points to make this a 2-score game heading in the half.
1 timeout left, so they can throw it short over the middle if they want. Ehlers is going to fire it, leave it up, and incomplete. That was almost offensive interference on Kroll.
You're going to get a holding, though, on the defensive side of the football.
Oh, it's sitting at the 9-yard line is that flag. And maybe that's why Kroll was behind the throw.
There is no foul for defensive holding. 2nd down.
That's a sigh of relief for Cincinnati.
Good call.
Yeah.
I like him picking up the flag there.
That's good position. All right, now 9 seconds left. You can't run around too long.
No, and middle of the field is open, but as a receiver, you have to saying catch it and get down, though.
With a timeout left. Ehlers, long throw to the sideline, and it's incomplete. That was Snead, and now with 4 seconds, you're almost
kick the field goal.
Have to take the field goal.
The field goal.
Verity's had a good year. The field goal kicker is 16 of 20. That's a lot of attempts. And this is going to be from about 32 yards. A chance to make it a 10-point halftime lead. Cincinnati's got 2 timeouts. They'll burn one of them here.
Timeout, Cincinnati. Their second, 30 seconds in length.
When you have a meeting with Luke Fickell, you walk out of the room impressed.
You meet with Marcus Freeman, the defensive coordinator. I walked out impressed. Like, this guy is impressive, and he was last year, and this defense is better than what they've shown so far in this football game here in the first half. But as a coach, you got to go back in the halftime and say, listen, our identity's man. We play man, 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 man. It's not working, though. I think they got to change up in the halftime and come out a little bit more zone, trying to confuse the quarterback.
Coaches have all kinds of different personalities. Him, and there's Freeman, the defensive coordinator that you talked about. I think for Fickell, it's a quiet intensity. He's not a screamer, yeller, or a clipboard thrower.
I don't think any of them are, though.
Now Verity. If it's against Cincinnati, it's their 10th flag of the half.
Offside, number 3, defense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
10 flags, 89 yards in penalties. $27-yard attempt. Kick is up and good. And how about this? East Carolina, and now there's a second on the clock right now. East Carolina is headed towards halftime, and it's a 2-score lead over number 17, Cincinnati.
So what that defense for ECU has shown up here in the second quarter. Cincinnati was kind of having their way. Big play in the run game, big play in the pass play in a corner route. And then since then, they've shut it down, giving their offense good field position, and then big play after big play, shots on the outside. And right now, Holton Ahlers is in the zone. There's just games of the quarterback. Everything is just absolutely perfect. And there's a bunch of sad fans right now in Cincinnati, a little confused, making the trip out here. Not sure what's going on with their football team, but hey, no worries. You still got one half to play, and they're a great team. They can turn it around, but this man, Desmond Ritter's got to turn it around. 2 interceptions, won the big play to start the game, and then right there to give ECU an opportunity to get the 3 points on the board. He just needs to let it rip, I think, this second half. See it, let it go, trust your receivers, and make them go out there and make some plays.
This is a decidedly purple community here in Greenville, but we saw plenty of red around. There are Cincinnati fans that have made the trip. Roller and downed and finished. What a half of football for ECU. Number 17, Cincinnati on the ropes. Halftime score, 31-21 Pirates. After the break, we'll send you back to our CBS Sports Network studio in New York for the Verizon Halftime Report with Brent Stover and the gang. You are watching college football on CBS Sports Network. Presented by Geico. ECU without a win in the American, a 10-point lead over number 17 Cincinnati. Rich Waltz, Aaron Murray, Amanda Balionis, a tale of 2 quarterbacks.
Well, right now, Desmond Ritter, he's just a little bit late here in the first possession, first throw. He's a second behind, allows the DB to make a play on the football. Once again, a crossing route, 2 hitches, 3 hitches, should have been 1, and then he'd flip it over. Colton Ahlers right now is Mr. Loosey-goosey lefty, just letting it roll up and down the field. CJ Johnson's making plays. Their tight ends are getting involved. It's been a fun half to watch. They said at the beginning in our meetings, they were going to take shots. We're going to let it roll, and right now they're letting it roll pretty good, and it's been fun to watch.
And it's amazing. Look, you got a team without a win in the conference on top of a number 17 team, and they're doing it with a sophomore quarterback and a bunch of freshman skill players right now. That adds to the amazement of this score. Our first half stats are brought to you by TGI Fridays.
Well, for Cincinnati, there's 10 penalties, and a lot of these are silly penalties. They want this team to play aggressive. They don't mind a penalty here or there, but the ones where you're 15-yard personal penalty, the holdings, and all this stuff going on, clean it up, play better football, control your emotions, and you have a chance to get back in this ball game pretty fast.
All right, let's see. Desmond Ritter has a lot of experience for a sophomore and had been on a roll coming into this game. He completes 61% of his passes on the year. He had 14 touchdowns and just 5 interceptions coming in, the 2 picks in the first half. And we go down below to Amanda Balionis. Amanda?
Thanks, Rich. Well, we could not have more polar opposite reactions from these coaches. Talking to Coach Fickell, first of Cincinnati, I asked him what his biggest takeaway was from the first half, and he said, well, we're beating ourselves. He said we are emotionally drained after that first half, not because of just the play, but because we're letting our emotions get the best of us. Over on ECU, Coach was ecstatic. He did not stop smiling the entire time. He said, I told you we had to take our shot. We're taking our shot.
And a flag. Amanda, it's good stuff. They took their shot more than once in that first half, that's for sure. Edwin Lee, his 7th year as a referee.
Probably the busiest night he's had in seven seasons as a referee. There's been a lot of yellow cloth on the field.
16 penalties in the first half, 10 of them on Cincinnati. This was an odd flag because it wasn't at the line of kick. It was just past midfield when the flag was thrown, or at least where it landed. And Luke Fickell says, come on. I thought we cleaned that up after the first half.
I think him and everyone else here in the stadium just a little confused what this penalty is, what went on. Hopefully get an answer pretty fast right here.
I think they're discussing daylight savings time. Are we springing forward? Or are we falling back?
I'm so happy. You know, an extra hour to sleep in.
I think it's fallback.
There are 2 fouls on the play, one by each team. Live ball, personal foul, low block. Number 35, the kicking team. That ball will be penalized 15 yards from the 25-yard line. After the play, dead ball, number 1, receiving team. That ball will be penalized 15 yards. Be first down and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So all of that, and we still got the ball at the 25-yard line. So just a little delay to start the second half.
Okay, adjustment time. That's what happens for both of these teams. If you're Cincinnati's offense, what adjustments do you make? And you take a look at
I think you got to run the football
as well.
I think you got to run the football with Warren. That zone read, where you're really putting those defensive ends on a bind. Some big hitters there. They started to get away from it in the second half, or second quarter, excuse me. Look for them to get back to it early on.
Ritter pulls it, keeps it, and across the 40, slides at the 48-yard line. Good start.
Well, that's the zone read right there. That play was so successful, whether it's him running or Michael Warren running. You see they're going to read the 3-tech. Changed it up on the defense. First half, they were reading the defensive end. They blocked out on him, put the pressure on that 3-tech. He bites down the running back. You pull it. It's a good start to the second half.
From the 46 now. Ritter on the ground now, 86 yards. Fires this one inside and incomplete. That was between a pair of receivers, Alex Pierce and Ja'Shawn Jackson.
You want to see how comfortable a quarterback is in the pocket. You get 2 good examples with these quarterbacks right now. You see Ritter just hitching. That caused the turnovers in the first half. His eyes, he's not trusting his eyes and just letting it rip. Where you flip it over to the other side, Ehlers is 1, 2, 3. Let me hit my back foot, one hitch, and he's just letting it go out of his hands. So Ritter, see it, trust it, and let it go, and let your receivers try to make a play.
Second down 10. Warren, he had some big runs in the first half. In fact, Warren went for 94 yards on only 8 carries. Posey Hadri Badri made the stop. Been waiting to say that one all night. And it's third down. And about 6. Got to get to the 44.
One-on-one. Number 12 up top, Alan Pierce was the go-to guy in this situation in the first half. See if they go to him again here in the second half.
This is only the 4th third down situation for Cincinnati. On 3rd and 6. Ritter flushed, caught, throws, and a tumbling catch for a first down. Michael Warren out of the backfield.
Great job extending the play. Great job by Warren staying alive. And some of the most impressive throws we've seen from Ritter is when he goes to his left and when he can just be an athlete. He's not stuck or confined within the pocket where he's hitching. He's just got there playing backyard football, and he can fling it.
That's a big play to the 39. Warren again left tackle to the 35. It's a gain of 4. Alex Turner made the stop for ECU. Now ECU gave up 347 yards rushing their last time out against USF. Almost 9 yards a carry. And it looked like that would continue after the first quarter here, but they had a much better second quarter defensively. Warren is over 100 yards. His 10th 100-yard game. He may have lost a yard, so Jalen Price and Kendall Futrell made the stop.
I don't think you're in any kind of desperation mode here, but I think if you do get to a 4th and man, we'll say 4th and 2 and 3, you would go for it this field position. So I would not be surprised if there is a chance of running the football or something quick, get the ball in your quarterback's hands.
Remember, Cincinnati's long kicker, Cole Smith, has 50-yard plus range. Just keep that in your pocket. Oh, Ritter's got a lot of room in front of him. Breaks a tackle, 20, 15, 10, and he's down inside the 5-yard line. Price hauls him down. It has been Desmond Ridder on the ground, 31 yards.
That's the second time on 3rd and long we've seen the QB sneak. A great block right there by Dokes, number 23, taking on the linebacker one-on-one in the hole, and then letting Ridder do the rest with his legs.
So Cincinnati now 1st and goal. Jared Dokes is in.
Run, run, run right here. Give it to Dokes, let him do his thing.
This is Dokes, and he stopped. Coming up is Devondre Robinson, the junior. That's a good tackle. 2nd and goal from the 3. Cincinnati's only loss to number 3 Ohio State.
Let's not forget, first half twice inside the 5-yard line. They went to a Wildcat offense. Here they go again, back into the Wildcat.
With Warren getting the snap. And going left side. Warren stops and bursts into the end zone. Touchdown Cincinnati. A statement of a first drive to open this second half.
Great blocking on the outside. Moji on the outside, number 8. Tight ends are doing a great job, number 82. They've had success. It's been a go-to, a staple right now inside the 5-yard line. Whatever running back it is, Warren or Dokes, we're going to go Wildcat, have an extra blocker. 3 for 3 right now.
Look at that drive, 75 yards, 9 plays. And of course, Ridder on the ground was the big contributor.
The extra point is good.
The lead is down to 3. ECU gets their first touch. Michael Warren in Cincinnati back in the end zone. 150 years of college football. You want top 20 upsets? Let's go back to 2008. ECU against number 17 Virginia Tech in Charlotte. Big upset there. Then the following week, number 8 West Virginia. Come on down. Jonathan Williams, 2 touchdown runs. Patrick Pinckney as well. And how about that? 2 top 20 wins to open 2008. And in 2008, Skip Holtz was the head coach. Those 2 wins propelled them to 15th in the AP poll. They beat Tulsa, won Conference USA championship, and got to the Liberty Bowl. Lost to Kentucky. 7 conference championships, but it has been a while for East Carolina. Ruffin McNeil's run, there was success there running the air raid. Lincoln Riley was here pulling the levers, calling the plays with Ruffin McNeil. This is Sneed. And in traffic, he's only going to get out to the 17. Okay, Aaron Murray, now this is a big test because Colton Ehlers had the half of his young career throwing for 316 yards. Now, how do you take that momentum from the first half and apply it here?
Come out with the same mentality. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid to take shots. If you see it, let it rip. Trust your eyes. It's the best thing you could tell a young quarterback trust your eyes. Trust what you went through in practice. If you see that one-on-one and you want to take it, go out there and do it.
Nothing to lose, certainly. And on 1st and 10, they'll keep it on the ground. Demetrius Mooney to the 19.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what the Cincinnati defense does this second half. I want to see their adjustment. A lot of man-to-man. That's their identity. Do they make a change here in the second half with a little bit more zone? Or if you're going to play man, do you give a little bit more cushion instead of getting in their grill?
Second down, 8. You know, Amanda Balionis opened the telecast by giving the message of Mike Houston this week, which was take your shots. That applies not only to players, but also to the coaching staff, because the play calling in the first half was creative and they took their shots. And
creative and very aggressive.
We'll see if they can continue that.
3rd and 5 down here. This is the go-to man, C.J. Johnson, one-on-one.
Play clock down to 4. 3rd down and 10. Ehlers throw. Nice slant in motion. Johnson has the catch, has the first down out to the 36-yard line.
Anytime it's 3rd and long and you're in a 3-by-1 formation and you get one-on-one coverage, you're going to go to C.J. Johnson. Great job on the outside move, selling the fade, and then coming underneath on the skinny seam route. It's just too easy right now. You beat them a couple times on the fade. They're going to protect over the top. Hey, not so fast. We got a little move underneath for a quick seam route for the first down.
It's 19 yards, 336 total passing yards. Play action on a blitz. Ehlers throw. Man, is that good. C.J. Johnson to catch. 2 defenders there.
Great job by the offense line, giving enough time. But now everything's coming together. This is how the beauty of playing receiver and quarterback when things are rolling. You hit a couple of deep balls, you hit a seam, then you get a comeback. These defensive backs are guessing. We don't know what they're going to hit us with next.
Short of midfield. Ehlers keeps it. He had some big moments on the ground. And a flag down deep in the backfield. There was a Demetrius Mooney, the running back, was tangled up with one of the linemen, and this was about 15 yards.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 3, offense. 15-yard penalty for him to run. Down will count, 2nd down.
And that was Mooney.
And you can't do that. You're the underdog right now. You're making plays, you're moving. Don't shoot yourselves in the foot. Let Cincinnati do that kind of stuff. It's an emotional game. It's been emotional the entire first half heading into the second half, but don't be the one to make the mistake that costs your offense an opportunity to continue their momentum.
Yeah, because that skirmish was about 20 yards behind.
Well, put them in 2nd and manageable. Now it's a 2nd and long situation, 2nd and 20.
See if Cincinnati comes again. Ehlers stands up, another middle shot, and it's incomplete. There's a flag. Kobe Bryant looked like he had his hand on Johnson across the middle. Bryant's got his hands on hips. That was a constant theme of the first half.
Pass interference, number 7. Defense. Ball replaced at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
At some point, Kobe Bryant needs to learn that you can't be grabbing. But there's go back a couple plays ago. Bottom of the screen. You can't. The punch, another punch, 2 uppercuts. And then the grabbing. Stop grabbing jerseys. At this point, the referees are looking for you. You know it. Their eyes are on you because you've done it 3 or 4 times now.
That's his 3rd pass interference call. Kobe Bryant. And, of course, it's a first down. And Mooney, or rather Christian, over the left side, has maybe a yard. Brian Wright made the stop. 2nd down and 9. Mike Houston, head coach. Now, he inherited a team last year that went 3-9 and 1-7. The last winning season, we mentioned Ruffin McNeil, was 2014. They were 8-4. But the last 3 years, all 3-9. 2nd and 9 here. Blitz comes. Ehlers, back shoulder, no flag.
Oh, that's a flag and a half right there.
Johnson and Bryant were locked up again.
This might have been one of the worst ones I've seen, and I can't believe the referees didn't see it. He yanked him to the ground the entire way on the back shoulder fade. You'll see right here, back shoulder. Look at that left hand. Yeah, he's grabbing. He does not let the receiver adjust back to the ball at all.
Well, they certainly are throwing Bryant's way.
I would too. I mean, it's been a completion or it's been a pass interference probably about 90% of the time.
3rd down and 9. This is a very good Cincinnati defense. Hatfield in motion. Ehlers flushed, steps up, throws on the run, and it's caught. It's Johnson again to the 31. Bryant in coverage and a 1st down.
You know who he looks like right now? Holton Ehlers. He looks like Patrick Mahomes a little bit. This is stuff that he's doing in the NFL, running around, being creative with his legs, and then just throwing BBs left and right. Oh, a little hold to the top, but great job, C.J. Johnson, staying alive.
At the 32-yard line, 7 catches, 191 yards for Johnson on the ground and inside the 30.
If they can bottle this up, and not only just for the rest of this year, ECU's offense, but bottle this precision and timing and accuracy and the route running, let's not forget, this is a bunch of freshmen and sophomores. Sophomore quarterback. Half your receivers are freshmen. You got a talented freshman tight end too. You are building something here that's going to be pretty darn good against one of the best defenses in your conference.
Your running backs, 2 freshmen and a sophomore. 2nd and 7, 3-man rush. Ehlers, that's Pro to the sideline. And he's sent out of bounds right at the stick at the 22-yard line. And I think he's got the 1st down. He does.
Just once again, a little crossing route. Great catch.
At the 22, Donnie Kirkpatrick, the offensive coordinator, who was with this group for the national championship at James Madison, is having a terrific night. There's a little wrinkle here, and this is Hatfield on a reverse to the 10. Hatfield to the 5, and he's got the 1st down. Perry Young made the stop.
Little wrinkle, get it to your speedster Hatfield, but I want you to see C.J. Johnson's going to show up top. You're going to look at the blocking right there. That's a freshman blocking down the field. That's everyone doing their job. One-on-one, sets it up. That's not a hold. Great job, and just the effort to the end. You love it. He's having a heck of a ball game, C.J. Johnson.
Verizon brings you the red zone. 4 trips, 3 touchdowns, and a field goal. Ehlers himself trying to spin, and the big kid fights his way down to the 2. Brian Wright made the stop, and they quickly pick him up off the floor.
He is big, 6'3", 235.
His dad's big. We showed his dad, the public address announcer, and they tell us he was kind of the runt of the family.
The runt, 6'3", 235. That's a big family. I think his dad's about 6'8". Saw him in the hallways during halftime.
His father, the public address announcer here, and has been for the longest time. One of the reasons Holton Ehlers wanted to stay home here in Greenville. 2nd and goal. Fires it for the corner, and that's Johnson, and it's incomplete. Good coverage there by Derek Forrest. 3rd and goal. Cincinnati, number 17 in the country, down 10 at the half. Took the kickoff to open up the 3rd quarter, went length of the field, stuck it in the end zone. And Mike Houston's Pirates have answered with a long drive down to the 3, but it's 3rd and goal.
Looks like you're going to get your one-on-one with C.J. Johnson on the backside if you want to do a back shoulder fade.
Ehlers, blitz is coming. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Hatfield. Now, do you settle for 3?
Oh, you kick the field goal here. Keep the momentum. You got points. That was a long drive. Your defense Had a couple good plays, but did give up the long drive that you just alluded to, but they've had an opportunity to rest, regroup, and see if they can figure it out.
Verity hit a field goal at the end of the first half from 27. This is 20. He is 17 of 21 on the season. Good snap, kick, up, and good. So points after a long drive, and the lead is stretched to 6. Holton Ahlers and ECU on top of number 17, Cincinnati.
What's the NFL's competitive?
Kelly actually was back on campus to celebrate one of his major bowl teams, and of course Luke Fickell in his 3rd season. What a great turnaround. He inherited a team that was down. He went 4-8 his first year. Since that time, he's won 17 of his last 20 football games. And his team, who's number 17 in the country, is down to a very young and very spirited East Carolina bunch. Verity will kick it. A couple of Bearcats are deep. Young man has a strong leg. All right, Aaron Murray, let's dig in on the quarterbacks. Our quarterback comparison is brought to you tonight by Sonic.
I tell you what, Ritter came out, though, in the second half. It looked a little bit more comfortable, running the ball really, really well, but it's just Ahlers at the moment. He is absolutely doing 4 touchdowns, 370 yards, and we're just midway through the 3rd quarter. A lot of football game to go, and I just want to continue to see Ritter throw with confidence, throw with some anticipation, and continue to use his legs to hurt this defense.
Remember Amanda's report in the first half talking about Ritter, who can be hard on himself and can be a perfectionist. So let's see if he can shake off that first half. And he's run out of bounds. Good pursuit, Devondre Robinson.
And that's the key for this defense right now. Make them throw the football.
And Ritter favoring that right arm as he comes off the sideline. It's a loss of 5, 2nd and 15.
It's still interesting to me on some of these first down calls for Cincinnati. They've had so much success in the zone read game downhill that they just don't come out with it. Almost run every single play.
Ritter trying to escape again, throwing across his body, and he sends that out of bounds and incomplete. And this is going to bring up a long 3rd down and 15.
They've heard him a couple times on the QB draw in 3rd and long situations. I don't think there's any kind of alert for that, but you do have to be wary for Desmond Ritter being creative with his legs. Nothing open down the field. You need a spy, whether it's a linebacker, preferably a safety, someone that can match his speed to make sure that he doesn't take off and get a first down with his legs.
In motion is Dokes. Quick toss, and that's the big kid Pierce, and he fires forward across the 30, but not enough for the first down. Bob Trott, the man in that purple jacket, is a terrifically experienced and wise defensive coordinator. 9 years in the NFL, worked for Parcells, great places along the way, Baylor, Duke, Clemson, Arkansas, and he was at James Madison as well for those 3 years. And I'm telling you what, a meeting with him is a treat.
It is. It was fun. He was sarcastic and light and funny, and he was making fun of me a lot. I enjoyed that.
Well, he's a defensive coordinator.
He does. He doesn't like those pretty boy quarterbacks.
Well, he just doesn't trust you guys.
I understand.
Sneed with a fair catch. Bob Trott's defense holds, and ECU gets the ball back. Of number 17, Cincinnati. How about the night for C.J. Johnson?
Oh, the young freshman receiver is doing a great job using his body, staying alive for the quarterback. Great hands. I mean, look at that, just going up, and 7 catches, 190 yards. And that's the big touchdown that started the game right there. And let's not forget, he's actually caused probably about 2 or 3 pass interferences as well. So tack on another 20 to 30 yards, but 7, 190, 1 touchdown. Still got another quarter and some change to go.
And that's one of our Geico difference makers, that big night for C.J. Johnson. And of course, he's only a true freshman. And on the other side, Michael Warren is over 100 yards on just 12 carries. He had a big first quarter.
He had a couple Wildcat touchdowns. He's Mr. Automatic inside the 5-yard line tonight.
ECU football, their own 19-yard line. Many of you, I'm sure, are just stopping by and blinking twice at this score. A huge underdog was ECU tonight. They're up 34-28. This kid has had the game of his life. Holden Ahlers over the middle, and it's caught by Pro. First down, Pirates. Blake Pro, just a sophomore.
Holton needs to go buy some lottery tickets tonight. I mean, he's feeling it. That's a great job. Roll to the left. Pro coming a little post route from right to left and just throws an absolute dart across the middle.
That's 30 more yards. Ball at midfield. On the ground, Christian. And Trace Christian rips off 12 more yards. And another first down to the 39-yard line.
I'll say it again, this offensive line in pass pro and run has had their best game. And it's a bunch of guys that's playing a ton of different positions. Great blocking, everyone finishing it. Not just blocking for the first second or two, but 3-4 seconds down the field.
Ahlers now pulls it, fires it. Back shoulder caught there. C.J. Johnson again. He's approaching 200 yards, is this kid.
I think he's close again over right there. Little corner blitz. You're going to see the corner right there. Understands where the safety is. Get my head around. Great timing. And it definitely helps that these two were slinging it around in high school, building that chemistry a long time ago.
Now, they were a few years apart, but they did play for a season. Ahlers is a sophomore. Johnson is a true freshman. Again, pulls it, fires it. Middle, Johnson caught at the 5. Unbelievable, these two.
They love this 3-by-1 play action seam, and that's a tough throw because you got to get it up and down over that safety that came into the box. Enough velocity to get it there on time, but enough arc to get it up and down. It's a great throw, great timing, great anticipation, and there's no hitch in the throw. You literally see it. It's a play action, one step back, I hit my back step, I accelerate through, and all that timing and trust. That's why the ball is on time and accurately down the field for these guys to make a catch.
First and goal, and now Ahlers is out, a little Wildcat, and Mooney is absolutely tattooed. Michael Pitts smelled it out and delivered a blow, and that one dissolved in a hurry for ECU.
Great job by Pitts right there, splitting the tackle and the tight end. See if they can once again, back-to-back drives, giving up a bunch of yards, but if you can hold them to 3 points.
Mooney in the backfield. Maybe a little too creative on that call. Second and goal from the 9. Ahlers. Pocket hit as he threw it, and it was behind Tyler Sneed. This is going to bring up 3rd down and goal.
And I'm ultra conservative here right now because you have to, as a quarterback, understand a field goal makes this a 2-possession game. You're up by 6, you kick the field goal, you're up by 9 points. That is tremendous with your defense playing pretty darn good besides that first drive here in the second half. So don't force anything. If you got a one-on-one matchup, obviously take it, but nothing there. Don't be afraid to use your legs and just get down and take the field goal.
From the 9, here comes the blitz, and it looks like they're all coming. Ahlers, there's the corner, touchdown to Sneed. Littlest man on the field with a big catch, and ECU stretches the lead.
He loves that corner route. Sneed one-on-one, inside leverage. We talk about that little wiggle at the top. Get the DB to settle his feet for a split second. Great job, and now this team's going for 2 to try to make this a 14-point game.
Up by 12. Now the play clock is in play here. Look at it, it's at 10 seconds. They got to hurry to get it off. They don't want to burn a timeout. Play clock is down to 5. Now they have to call a timeout. Wow. What are we seeing here tonight? Holden Ahlers, hometown kid, on an major underdog and very young team has number 17 on the ropes.
Just great timing, anticipation, touch. I just love the way that Tyler Snead's able to set up his defender. Think he's going on the inside route. Guy has to protect the inside because there's no safety, and then sets him up. But look at the offensive line once again, holding up against a very talented front six or front seven for the Cincinnati.
All right, what's your two-point conversion in the book here?
I mean, everyone's alive right now for this offense. Obviously, you just saw Snead and his ability. It's find your one-on-one matchup. And right now, your slot, you got a big old tight end, Zach Bird, in the slot.
That's Mooney who flexes out. Ayler's all alone. Johnson in motion. They throw it towards him, and it's incomplete. Someone got a hand on it, and Cincinnati stops the two-point conversion. But right now, they can't stop Holton Ahlers.
This offense is rolling. Missed two-point conversion, but it's all right. Their offense has been scoring points left and right all night.
Underdogs, East Carolina. Number 17, Cincinnati. They're red hot. And here they are on the road, looking to go 7-1 and 4-0. And guess what? ECU is up 40-28. Final seconds, third quarter. And it doesn't look like the Pirates are slowing down anytime soon.
No, this offense, there's been no hiccups. It's been confidence. You see them out there dancing. They're having fun. This is a young group of football players on both sides. Sophomores, freshmen, a lot of young guys getting valuable playing time. You're starting to see that pay off right now. Middle of the season, they're not making the same mistakes that they made week 1, week 2, week 3, or even last week.
Strong kick into the end zone. Rich Waltz, Aaron Murray, Amanda Balionis here. There's a quarter left. Cincinnati's the number 17 team in the country for a reason. And with Desmond Ridder, this team is very capable of ripping off 2 quick touchdowns.
Well, they can run the football, and that's what they need to get back to in this fourth quarter. They've done a great job with that, especially with Warren. And then defensively, let's not forget, this defense has caused 19 turnovers this season. They have that playmaking ability on that side at a split-second sack, fumble, or an interception. So offensively, for ECU, continue to take care of the football here in the fourth quarter.
14 seconds left in the third. Ridder to Warren, and he breaks loose. And Warren again across the 40, contained at the 45, but not before a 20-yard run. Well over 100 yards. And Warren dash lands at the 45. 3 in the books, upset in the making. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. 40-28. Number 17, Cincinnati on the ropes. Last time ECU took down a ranked opponent was number 25, North Carolina, all the way back in September of 2014. That was the Ruffin McNeil era. Here is Cincinnati.
I mean, look at the total yards, 535 yards of offense for ECU tonight.
In a good spot here on 1st and 10. Cincinnati, their own 45-yard line. Desmond Ridder has had a miserable night with his arm, but a pretty good one with his legs. And this is Warren. Ooh, my goodness. That was Bruce Bivens. And you could see Warren recoil on that hit.
You want to talk about a motivated team heading into the fourth quarter? They know what's at stake here. The pride, the turning this team around. A lot of football left to play in this season. That's a great job by the middle linebacker, number 38, Bivens, coming up in the hole, saying fourth quarter is our quarter.
2nd down, 7. Warren again. This time is tripped up by Kendall Futrell.
This is time for Ritter to possibly use his legs. Third down and somewhat medium. We've seen some big plays from him on QB draws tonight. Don't be surprised if they go back to it right now. I think this is fourth down territory, so I would think this is a good time to use it.
The ball just across midfield at the East Carolina 48-yard line. 3rd and 3. Horn in motion. Ritter looking, now running. And he is going to get the first down. Pays for it, but he's down to the 43-yard line. And that is a first down and a good sign for Cincinnati.
Well, there's a lot of ball game left right now. Plenty of ball game. And I don't know what he was looking at there. It looks like a bunch of guys blocking down the field, especially to the left side.
Luke Fickell and the Bearcats have won 17 of their last 20 games. They are undefeated in the American. They are 6-1. And there is a lot on the line here tonight. Ritter pulls it, fires it. Good throw and catch. That's Moj on the sideline. The youngster from Atlanta.
It's amazing for how bad this team has looked at times. Defense, no one would have thought they would get up 40 points to ECU tonight. And then offensively, the up and down. You still have a chance right here. You put this ball in the end zone, still have a chance to win this football game. Plenty of time left on the clock.
Ritter is 7 of 18, 2 picks, 131 yards, and Warren busts outside, hauled down from behind, but not before he rips off a 10-yard run. Bivens made the stop, and Cincinnati is driving.
It's been a great play for them. Zone read, but you're reading the 3 technique, not the defensive end. You saw the settle there, the subtle hesitation. And then Warren's too good once he gets the ball with some momentum going downfield.
Season high for him, 140 yards. Jared Dokes in the backfield now. And this is Dokes.
It was interesting talking to Luke Fickell yesterday. He told us he wants this team to be kind of wear you down mentality, where it comes to the fourth quarter and then you start to impose your will on the defense and offense. And now we're starting to see that a little bit. You've been running the ball really well with Michael Warren. Dotes has got his carries as well, along with Desmond Ritter. Now's the opportunity for this offensive line to muster up some energy and continue to run block the way they've run blocked this series.
But with time on clock, it's imperative to get something on this drive. 2nd down. Ritter trips and caught. Back at the 24-yard line. Futrell finished him off, but he had a lot of help from Turner and the rest of the Pirates.
It's a great job by Ritter, just being able to get back almost to the line of scrimmage. And right now, I think he got to get 7 points. I really do, based on the way ECU has been running the football, throwing the football, going up and down the football field. I think it needs 7 to make this a one-score game. I don't think 3 does it for you. So don't be afraid if I'm Desmond Ritter to once again take off and use my legs to make this either a first down or a 4th and manageable.
Another 3rd down. Ritter's throw, man open. That's Pierce, and he's got the first down. Cincinnati to the 15-yard line, and the drive continues.
And this looked like the play a few plays ago where Desmond Ritter decided to run the football. I think this was supposed to happen. A little bit of miscommunication. That time they got it right. Alec Pierce, great slant route, great accuracy with the throw to get the first down.
Ritter looks like a little more confident here in this 4th quarter. That was blown up early. That was Alex Turner, who's had a whale of a game. The senior out of Houston.
Well, 8.5 tackles for loss heading into this game, 3 sacks. Add another TFL right there. Great job on the zone read. They're reading him. He crashed down. Ritter possibly had an opportunity to pull that and knife it for a few yards.
Second and 11. We're under 10 minutes left in the ball game. Cincinnati driving. That is Dokes, and an extra effort gets him inside the 10. Daniel Charles made the stop. But yet another 3rd down on this drive for Luke Fickell and the Bearcats. 66 yards so far on this drive. And it's Dokes. And he's got the first down. At least it looked like it on the initial spot, and he does. Gerard Stringer made the stop.
Great job by the offensive line. This is Wildcat time. And does ECU have an answer for when they flex out Ritter and either keep Dokes or Warren back there as the quarterback?
5 first downs on this drive. First and goal here. Dokes with Ritter. To throw it. Corner. Caught. Touchdown. DeGuara. And there's your 6 points, Aaron Murray.
And probably the most competitive and confident throw that we've seen from Desmond Ritter. You see 1, 2, 3, doesn't waste time with hitching. Understands we're in the red zone. The ball needs to get out of my hand right now. Hits that back step and throws it exactly where it needs to be. Back right corner to allow DeGuara to get there for the touchdown.
13 plays, 75 yards, 6.5 minutes. An important extra point here. It's up and good. And number 17, Cincinnati off the canvas and down by 5 midway in the 4th in the American tonight. Holton Ahlers, a sophomore and a hometown kid, is having the game of his life.
Oh, he has been absolutely perfect in the pocket. Great rhythm, great anticipation. Throwing in places where only his receiver can catch the ball. C.J. Johnson has been balling out. And then Ayers, hey, I can run too a little bit. I've been throwing it well. But get him on the move, very accurate, going both to his left and right. And really involving everyone. Freshman receivers, tight ends, running backs. It's just tough to see who are you going to cover for this offense.
Our Chick-fil-A game summary is we're midway through the 4th. Look at the yardage on both sides. The penalties have really hurt number 17 Cincinnati.
Well, and the turnovers. This is a Cincinnati team is one of the best in the country at getting turnovers and not turning it over themselves. 0 for their defense, and they've given up 2 interceptions.
Ahlers warming up. ECU is going to have to move the football still if they want to win this football game. Ryan Jones' kick. It's a short one. Snead is a dangerous returner. Races for the sideline, looking for a seam, and down he goes at the 20-yard line. In the American, what's the importance of this? Well, UCF won, and UCF is rooting hard for ECU because their 1 losses to Cincinnati. They're going to need 2 Cincinnati losses to get to the championship game.
When Cincinnati is a tough schedule going the rest of the way out, too.
And Memphis and SMU right now. Memphis on top 33-24 midway through the 3rd in that one. And I'm sure a lot of folks are just happening upon this ball game. Huge underdogs. ECU at home and on top of number 17. Mooney left side, and this Cincinnati defense trying to capture some momentum. Marcus Brown makes a play.
And this is the time for this defense, one of the best in this conference and the top defense in the country. You've had a slow night all night. It hasn't been great. But right now, for Marcus Freeman and his defense, it is time to step up. It is crunch time. If you want to hold on to that number 17, you better find a way to get off the field here in a 3 and out.
2nd and 11. Clock is under 8 minutes now. Ahlers throws on the money again. That's C.J. Johnson. Speaking of game of your life, C.J. Johnson, the true freshman wide receiver, unbelievable tonight.
He's been running this seam route. You see the little seam route, you see the DB. Kobe Bryant think, oh my goodness, here we go again. They finished about 10 times. Not so fast, I'm going to bring it back. Everything is working for this team because it started off with the go ball. Now you have the defensive back guessing.
Look at that. 10 catches, 239 yards. Mooney, ball security important here. Mooney's out to the 41. And of course, Ahlers now has a career high 458 with 4 touchdowns and no picks.
And that was a big first down right there because not only do you keep the football, But if you do have to punt it, at least now you have the opportunity to hopefully pin them back inside the 20.
Second down 4. Cincinnati shows blitz. And Mooney spins off one hit right into the arms of Jarrell White, who is a playmaker. He's a junior and a hometown kid out of Cincinnati.
And if I'm Cincinnati right now, 3rd and whatever it is, 7. We're going to go back to this play. Great job defensively to put him into this 3rd and long situation. But all eyes must be on C.J. Johnson. Put a safety over there. Help out your corners, because if you're going to play man-to-man, he's going to continue to eat you up.
Ehlers with time, crossing pattern, Prohl got the first down, cross midfield to the 45-yard line. 17 yards.
Bottom of your screen, little slant. It's just they're continuing to play man coverage for Cincinnati, and ECU is taking advantage of it.
Prohl's numbers are growing as the game goes. He's over 100 yards, 8 catches, 105 yards. No flags. Ehlers, little dump pass there to Zach Bird, and Bird is run out of bounds at the 39-yard line. That voice that you hear in the background is the public address announcer, longtime public address announcer here in Greenville. His son is Holton Ehlers, who is having just a whale of a game, who stayed home. He was the first player to greet the coaching staff, the new coaching staff, when they arrived. He was waiting at the door when they drove into town. There's tough yardage there. Anytime you run into Brian Wright, it's tough yardage. Myjay Sanders was there too. His dad has been doing this for a long time. His son, a legendary baseball star growing up, as well as a football quarterback. Morgan Ehlers. We're under 5 minutes. On 3rd and 6. Ehlers. Oh, he's picked off! That's Gardner! And he's going! Gardner to the 10! Cincinnati has the lead! On a pick 6! How quickly it changes!
It is absolutely amazing. Great job by Gardner, understanding where the sticks are, anticipating the ball is going to come out now, and he guessed it perfectly. That's the perfect time to jump a route. Great job. When we talk about this defense, and we said at the half, this defense can at any minute threaten to get a turnover. 19 turnovers heading into the season, 11 picks, make that 12 now. And that might have been one of the biggest picks, if not the biggest pick of the season. And teams going out there for 2 to make this a 3-score game.
Yeah, the scoreboard dictates you go for 2 here. So this is a big 2-point conversion.
And the defense needs to realize this too. You hold them here, your offense still has been dominant this entire game. They're able to go down there and kick a field goal to win it.
Warren in the backfield. Ready to throw. Got it! DeGuara. Pick 6 and a 2-point conversion and a 3-point lead. Number 17, Cincinnati is back.
It's amazing how things can shift so fast. This defense is good, very, very good. Pick 6, get the lead back. Let's see if they can do it again. They get a little 2-point conversion, 43-40.
This junior garlic butter burger is so juicy.
Ahmad Garner, the freshman. The biggest win this year for Cincinnati was against UCF. And you know who had a pick 6? This man, 16-yard pick 6. This is the 3rd pick 6 for this team, his 2nd of the season. And this is a huge play that has put number 17 Cincinnati on top, on the road, late against ECU.
This team, one of the best in the country, 24 forced turnovers this season, 12 picks, 8 fumbles. They are ball hogs. You just knew at some point someone was going to take advantage of one of these throws.
Snead with the fair catch. Remember, ECU trailed much of that first half. But then once they got the lead, they held it until that moment, that Gardner pick six. Now with 4.5 minutes left and 2 timeouts, this ultra young, enormous underdog is going to get the football in their own territory, and we'll see if Holton Ahlers can shake off that interception. Hatfield in motion. Ahlers to the sideline. Got a man open. That's Johnson again. He's across midfield. Hicks knocks him out.
I mean, it's been one play, the one interception, but other than that, Ahlers has just been absolutely dealing this entire ball game. And it's just everything is working for him. Throwing on the run, sitting in the pocket, and then C.J. Johnson is having an incredible game out there at the receiving position.
That's 30 yards and a first down. Ahlers sideline. There's a seam, and guess what? It's Johnson again. He's approaching 300 yards. 300 yards.
Just a little cover two, got an out route. You bait the corner, you see the hips flip, and that's a tough throw. It has to be on the line and very accurate so the safety can't get over there and make a play. And Ahlers does a great job putting it there, catch it, get out of bounds.
12 catches, 283 yards for that true freshman out of right here in Greenville. 1st and 10 from the 31. He'll pull it, and Ahlers escapes, and then is hit and dropped by Derek Forrest. That 2-point conversion is huge here. A field goal can only tie it.
It's going to be interesting to see if ECU slows it down just a tad. I mean, you want to stay within your offense, who you are, but you also don't want to give Cincinnati, if you do score a touchdown here, you don't want to give Cincinnati a bunch of time with 3 timeouts to be able to march down the field.
2nd down 6. Cincinnati has all of their timeouts. Christian, and he's to the 26. This could be 3rd down. There's Verity, a very good kicker with deep range. And at this point, you're looking at about a 43-yarder. He's 2 of 2 tonight, 18 of 22 on the year. Where do you go, Aaron, on 3rd down?
These condensed formations, they're playing zone. Look for a corner route or a quick out.
Blitz comes. The throw is on the mark. Caught. And it's Hatfield, and he's got the first down to the 16-yard line.
We talk about C.J. Johnson growing up and playing really, really well tonight as a freshman. Hatfield, another freshman, the speedster. Little cross route. They're anticipating man coverage. They get zone. Great job by him catching it, throttling in the zone just enough, and then getting north and south afterwards to get the first down.
Ball's at the 16-yard line.
I think this is when you now start to slow it down just a little bit.
Holton Ahlers has thrown for 535 yards, and he'll throw that one incomplete as Snead couldn't hold it. Perry Young was out there on the coverage. 2nd and 10, 2 minutes, 3 seconds left. Number 17, Cincinnati, a pick 6 to reclaim the lead here in the 4th. ECU driving in the red zone tonight. They are 6 of 6 in getting points with 4 touchdowns. Christian down to the 10. This is going to bring up another 3rd down and about 5.
I think Cincinnati defensively here, they're going to wait and see what happens before they start burning any of their timeouts. I could see him here. If you don't get the first down, but the clock is running, Cincinnati will most likely use a timeout. And if you do get a first down, I would not be surprised if Cincinnati decides to possibly use a timeout as well.
3rd down and 4.
The slot matchup once again. You got one-on-one with the safety against a shifty.
Ahlers fires. Contact. No flags. Incomplete. C.J. Johnson. And now it's 4th down.
Oof. He's testing the limits, Mr. Bryant, testing him once again. But I agree, no call on that one.
Jake Verity now to tie this thing up. Remember, Cincinnati has all of their timeouts and time. If he can tie it. High snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. 43 apiece. Number 17, Cincinnati. All tied up. They get the football with a minute left. Parachute team started the night, and it's been a thrill ride since. Number 17, Cincinnati, heavily favored. And with 1:10 left, the Bearcats are going to get the football back, and it's all tied at 43. Mike Houston, the head coach in his first year, Luke Fickell, trying to keep Cincinnati in the top 20. Line drive kick is bobbled at the 22. And a good return by Leonard Taylor. Now, this is a similar game that's coming up. You've got a favorite and a top 25 team in Boise State at San Jose State. It's presented by Old Trafford Beef Jerky. Carter Blackburn, Aaron Taylor, and Jenny Dell standing by. Aaron Murray.
Right now, if I'm Cincinnati, I would not be afraid with 3 timeouts to go and where you're getting the ball on the 35-yard line. You could sprinkle a couple runs in here as well.
This is run number 1, and this is Ritter, and he breaks across midfield. Ritter gets outside. Ritter to the 35-yard line. And Cincinnati, who's got a long-distance field goal kicker, is closing in on that range.
I love it. I mean, your best play so far this game has been running it with Ritter or Warren. So you got time, you got field position. Take advantage of it.
Timeout. Cincinnati on the doorstep, in range. You'll be able to find that online at cbssports.com/CBSSN as soon as it kicks off. And we'll get you out there immediately after the conclusion of this game. Cincinnati has a long man and a short man. That's Cole Smith. He's attempted 1 field goal, and you can see he's got a 50-yard leg. This would be about a 53, 54-yarder from here. But still plenty of time to improve on it. And a tie game, number 17, Cincinnati, trying to keep this lofty rating and maybe climb higher in the rankings. Ritter trying to get outside, and he does, and then he throws it away.
That should be a penalty right there. That's too many offensive linemen down the field. You see the penalty flag right there.
And you could see the coaching staff from ECU pointing.
That's a design run, and Ritter's trying to save some yards, but offensive linemen were 5 yards down the field.
And he threw it trying to...
There is no foul for an eligible receiver downfield. The quarterback legally grounded the ball outside of the pocket and got the ball beyond the line of scrimmage. Oof. Second down.
Boy, that's close.
Lucky there. It was close. Very, very close. Definitely see offensive lineman down the field. Does the ball cross the line of scrimmage? Well, yeah, I mean, barely.
It may have crossed once it was out of bounds. That's a break, I think, for Cincinnati. They'll take it, 2nd and 10. Warren's in the backfield. Ritter will throw, fires to the sideline. Caught there. That's Moj with the catch and a nice gain, and now they are certainly in field goal range.
And you didn't have to run out of bounds there if you're Moj. You actually catch it, stay in bounds. You want the clock to keep rolling. You have timeouts to stop if you need it. You also don't want to not get this ECU call a timeout and possibly have an opportunity to make a couple crazy plays in a Hail Mary.
ECU has 2 left. Cincinnati has 2 left. 3rd down and 2.
If you have confidence in your kicker, you run this football right here.
That's Warren in motion. Ritter throws it, and it's caught for a first down. That's Moj again.
Second time they've used that play tonight. Motion the running back out, get the man-to-man, open the box up, and then just hit a slant right behind him. Earlier, hit it to Alec Pierce. Right here, hit it to Moj.
Clock starts. Chains are set. Keeping it on the ground. Warren dives to the 21. So now we've gone to from the long man. Now you're looking at the short guy, right? You're looking at Sam Crosa.
Well, now you're going to your kicker and saying, what hash do you want it on? Do you want it on the right hash? Do you want it in the middle? Do you want it on the left hash? And you have your quarterback center the football wherever he wants it.
Now this game is starting Boise State, San Jose State. You can find it on cbssports.com/CBSSN as soon as it kicks off, and it sounds like it has. So head over there, and when this one's done, we'll get you out to San Jose immediately. Here, both kickers are looking at it. Crosa is 5 of 9 this year, and his long is 44. Smith, who's watching, was a kicker last year, but he's the long man. He's hit from 50. Luke Fickell right now with 17 seconds left. On second down and 8 from the 21.
The ECU needs to bring pressure. If you can knock them back a little bit, every yard counts for these kickers. Bring the heat, see if you knock them in the backfield.
Ritter drops back. Fires to the sideline. He was on his knees when he made the catch, so that's where the ball will be marked. And it's Moj now with 3 catches on this drive. And importantly, they are closer. And with 3 seconds left, Cincinnati gets the timeout. So it's down to this.
And we will get a couple more timeouts. ECU has 2 timeouts, so this is your let's ice the kicker. So if I'm the kicker, keep warming up, get your mind right, because there's a good chance there's gonna be a couple more timeouts called.
Now last week, Aaron Murray, you and I saw Memphis and Tulsa go down to the wire. And this is almost the exact same spot on the field and the same hash mark where Tulsa missed a field goal that could have won the game.
Yes, well, missed it to lose too. This is just to go to over. Now, if they miss it, they go to overtime. So a little less pressure.
Number 17, Cincinnati, trying to escape. Sam Crosa lines it up. See if they try to ice it with a timeout. There's number 1.
Timeout, East Carolina. First second, 30 seconds, and lead.
Luke Fickell's expression hasn't changed from the opening kickoff. He's been working on that gum.
It's funny, the kicker is like a pitcher. Just don't talk to him. You know, let him walk off the field, get his mind right. Everyone stay away. Just get ready to do your job up front and protect. Let him get in the zone.
ECU is very good on special teams. They have blocked 2 punts, so they can bring some pressure. This is for the win, but not just yet.
Timeout.
Yep,
East Carolina.
Can't take him with you, right? You know, just burn him away.
Seconds.
Keep putting some pressure on him.
Regardless of how this ends, and you can see Fickell right now trying to keep everybody calm. If you're Mike Houston on the East Carolina sideline,
you feel good.
You feel pretty good about the way your team.
6 seniors starting tonight. 6. That's it.
And
this is a young football team that went toe-to-toe with one of the best teams, top 20 team in the country.
And you have a sophomore quarterback that's thrown for 535 yards
to a bunch of freshmen sophomores.
Yeah, that's right.
Gosh.
All right, no more timeouts. It's down to this. Can this great run by Cincinnati keep going? Sam Crosa, graduate transfer. Snap. And the kick is good. And Cincinnati escapes. Exhale. Number 17 survives on the road in the American. What an ending and what a feeling for Sam Crosa. And what a game we've seen, Aaron Murray.
Oh, incredible football game. I mean, this was, for a good majority of it, ECU's ball game to win. Pick six. Once again, this defense at any moment, they're pretty darn special.
Clean snap. James Smith, the punter, is the holder. And Crosa knocked it through. And the Bearcats are now 7-1 and 4-0. And maybe they'll move up a little bit from their number 17 ranking.
Still chewing that gum. Same facial expression, even after a game-winning field goal. You'll see some smiles in the locker room, though.
And a tough one to take for ECU and Mike Houston. If the Pirates play like this the rest of the year, they're going to get some wins. And this rebuilding job will be in progress. Crosa knew it when he hit it, and Cincinnati survives. And the importance of this win, not just in the national rankings, but in the East. Cincinnati improves to 4-0 and 7-1. They're going to need to lose twice if UCF is going to catch them. And they'll have 4 games left. For Desmond Ritter, they survive. Boise State, San Jose State coming up, presented by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. For Aaron Murray, Amanda Balionis, our entire CBS Sports crew, I'm Rich Waltz. This is a presentation of CBS Sports Network, 24-hour home of CBS Sports. So long from Greenville. Out west, San Jose, Carter Blackburn, Aaron Taylor, Jenny Dell. Take it away.